Ringer to the front of it. He spins and fires. Scores! Off the post and in!
The tradition and the passion is on the air.
Gruner out front, save bait. Mitchell got the rebound, fired that over top of the net. Back up front to Lefort, Robbie scores! Power play goal. The Howitzer just inside the blue line.
Here with the call the action.
Oh, what a great save! Two big glove saves it! Wow, Bomber fans come to life!
The voice of your Flin Flon Bombers.
Action and mayhem happening everywhere.
The one and only.
That's one of the most bizarre things I have seen on the ice. And I've been calling hockey for over 20 years.
Mr. Rob Hart.
Alrighty, good evening and welcome to the Whitney Forum. And boy, what a Jim Dandy we're getting ready for here tonight. Got to be honest, a few hours ago, didn't think this game would happen tonight, but Trevor Blevins made it quite clear to me he does not cancel or postpone games. Melfort bus made their way up the good old Hanson Lake Road, and they realize obviously how important of a game it is for them, as it is for the Flin Flon Bombers. So we're pumped up and excited about this one here tonight. The Bombers, boy, not just the talk of Flin Flon, not just the talk of the SJHL, the talk of hockey. 25 games without a regulation loss. Really interesting. The last regulation loss came against these Melfort Mustangs October the 30th, and the winning streak began against these Melfort Mustangs a week later. So a lot of history between these two clubs. Of course, they met in the SJHL finals this past spring, and always seem to be on a collision course come the postseason. So we're pumped up and excited about this one tonight. Mike Slip for lots of reasons. Bombers are 7 out of 8 points of that Southern Road Sling. You know, it's interesting. I know that some teams are obviously better than others, and it was a tough loss against Weyburn. But I was impressed with a 7-1 victory against Notre Dame, and I'll tell you why. I mean, I don't go on to as many of these Southern Road Swings as I used to, but trust me, in my 30 years, I've been down there many times. Guys run out of gas by the fourth game. I don't care how good you are or how in shape you are. You run out of gas. Sickness runs through the team. There's injuries, lots of other things you've got to deal with. Very impressive how they wrapped up that trip 7-1 and just kind of showed me what this team's made of.
Absolutely, Rob. And you know, that 7-1 game, they were all different scores, 7 different scores in that game, which is great for the Bombers. And, you know, we've talked about that a lot, how the scoring, they're scoring lots of goals and how it's spread through the lineup. So you're right, and you're absolutely right about this one. This is what a lot of us have been waiting for, is this matchup. I you know, about a month or a half ago, I said there's no way anybody will catch the Melfort Mustangs. Bombers are now, their games in hand, yes, but they're 4 points behind. That's unbelievable to me.
Well, and you know, and the funny thing is, and I mentioned this, I was on the CKRM Sports Cage, big radio show to Regina, and they were chatting about, you know, the magnificent run the Bombers are on in first place overall. And back then I kind of wasn't as concerned with it because I saw, you know, Flin Flon finish first last year and kind of how it wound up for them. And I remember the Royal Bank Cup year as well. You know, they finished first place and got beat in the second round. So the regular season, to me, maybe not as important as I thought it was. But you know what? I've kind of changed my thinking. For the simple fact is, the Weyburn Red Wings.
Yeah.
Weyburn's trying to chase Flin Flon down here. And maybe it is an advantage to finish first, because then maybe Melfort and Weyburn would have to play each other before you get one of them coming to the finals.
Right.
I'll tell you what, there's lots been made about this Melfort Mustang team, and deservedly so. They're the defending league champions, but I'll tell you what, this Weyburn Red Wing team are going to have a factor in who wins the league this year.
I totally agree. They're just turn that program around beautifully, and
they were built for this season.
Yeah, exactly, and they're going to be a thorn in people's sides for sure. So it's getting really exciting, and you know, as I say, everybody is looking forward to this. It's the return of Ashton Paul to the Whitney Forum tonight.
That's right.
I met his family at the Chicken Chef when I was having dinner there, and they're all excited about it.
You have like a gold chair there. You seem like you're at the Chicken Chef quite frequently.
Yeah, I do. But my wife and I go there before hockey games because she has to get here early. So yeah, we were there and treated fabulously, full of young hockey players here for the tournament, and it's an exciting weekend here in Flin Flon, but a lot of hockey. So yeah, I eat there a lot.
Well, you mentioned that the minor hockey tournament, the Segan Quinn Memorial U13 tournament, a big one. I know that the Flin Flon teams are playing very well. Of course, they got the big grub box tournament happening in the fall as well, and Your Northland Fort Bombers are down there playing very well in that one, as are the Peds Threads Bombers and, of course, the Kinsman Bombers, who are the host team, I believe, are 3-0 in the tournament here this weekend. So come out tomorrow, watch some great kids hockey, and, of course, I have a feeling a lot of those youngsters and their families, coaches, everybody else will be in attendance for the big game here tonight. Let's take a break, come back to the two respective coaches who once again get set to face off against one another. Really no secrets. They've faced off against each other many, many times throughout the years. They are the two longest-serving coaches in the SJHL. Both played for their hometown teams, and both have been long-time coaches. So I'm sure they're looking forward to yet another great game in the historic rivalry. We talked about the rivalry of the Bombers and Mustangs, a pretty good rivalry as well between Trevor Blevins and Mike Reagan. Both guys have had a lot of success, and I know certainly just like you get up to play a good team, you probably get up to coach against a good coach as well. So should be a great matchup here tonight. We'll hear from the respective coaches momentarily. Mike Reagan will join us first. We'll take a quick break, come back with his comments, and get ready, of course, for puck drop. About 13 minutes away, the Flin Flon Bombers, the Melfort Mustangs, and no, it doesn't get any better than this right here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Great North GM in DePaul is one of the leading new and used vehicle dealers in northern Manitoba. Equipped with a highly trained and professional sales department, they also have multiple certified trained technicians on site to make sure you get the best service for your car, truck, or SUV at an amazing price. Great North GM. It's always a great day at Great North GM.
Bailey Homes provides ready-to-move homes as unique as you and your family. They'll be at the 102.9 CFAR Trade and Leisure Show this spring to answer any questions you may have, whether it be from the quality of the build to the care of the move. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. They have the experience delivering custom-made homes to the north. Find out more by calling 1-855-773-0217 or visit bailey-homes.ca.
Good evening. Welcome to our SJHL Coaches Show. Mike Reagan, the head coach Jim of the Bombers, joins us, Mike. And seems a long time since you played a game, and in particular in this building, but I know probably after that 4 games in 5 nights, nice to get a bit of a break for some guys. I know you had the showcase, but all in all, just nice, I guess maybe for some guys to have a chance to get a bit of a mental break.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that we're playing just Saturday night. Unlike some other teams, I think there were 6 teams that played last night. And I know just talking to a few people, they felt that the guys that were at the showcase looked a little bit sluggish and that. So, you know, hopefully our guys got their legs, and it's nice to be at home for sure after you know, the showcase. But, you know, coming off the road trip, you know, those 4 and 5s are always difficult, and, you know, although we would have liked to, you know, get that extra point in Weyburn and had our opportunities, you know, up 1 goal with 6.5 minutes left to go, you know, you got to lock that down. And then we had 3 glorious opportunities in overtime and didn't capitalize on them. So, but overall, I mean, 7 out of 8 points. I mean, I think there was years that, you know, this organization would hope for 2 points on those Southern Swings. So, yeah, we're happy with the way we're playing right now. I think that there's a lot of guys that have built a lot of confidence. You know, on that road trip, Keeps had 2 shutouts, and, you know, some guys had some big trips. You know, Cormier had 7 points, I think, in 3 games on that road swing. And so you can see some guys heating up a little bit here and building that confidence.
Not to take anything away from any of the other teams, Mike, but I know that Weyburn game must have been a pretty exciting game to play in. You know, they're chasing you down for second place, so they got a pretty good hockey club. Very similar to how you're built, good goaltending, good forward group, and, you know, some guys they can get some production from the back end as well. Your thoughts on how that one all kind of wound down? A team that you probably going to have to go through at some point to get back to the finals.
I thought it was a great game, you know, and from the standpoint of us being the road team, I thought we played well, you know. Like I said, we put ourselves in a position in the third period up 2-1 to win a hockey game in their building, and, you know, it didn't go our way and that. But I think, you know, from a fan's perspective, that was a great hockey game to watch. And, you know, it's fun to be a part of those games, and it's good for your club. I think it's good for the boys. We hadn't played, I guess, a team in the top 4 in a while, and to have that experience of doing it on the road, I think, is important for us. So, again, we built some confidence from it. You know, we're disappointed that we didn't get the 2 points, but getting one on the road, it's tough to complain about.
Pretty interesting game in Notre Dame, too, Mike, because usually when you get down that last game, battling sickness, some guys are hurt. It's a tough grind, 4 and 5. They got the first goal, but you answered right away with a power play goal by Cole Tanchik and really just kept coming at him. I mean, to win 7-1, pretty impressive to wrap up the trip, I thought.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that, Hardy. I mean, there's no question going into Notre Dame on your fourth game, that big ice. You're worried about the fatigue, and I'll be honest with you, I can't think of a lot of times that we've actually blown them out in that building, because it's an adjustment, and they play well in their own building on that Olympic-sized ice, and for us to come away with a 7-1 win was awesome, and to wrap up that trip. So, you lose that game and you're only coming home with 5 points. Instead, you come home with 7. So, at the end of it all, great road trip. Guys should feel good about themselves.
Big one tonight, Mike. I mean, 25-game regulation streak. I mean, I know, again, we've talked about it. You don't get any awards for that, but I think it's pretty darn impressive. I mean, that's almost half a season. It's ironic. The last team to beat in regulation will be your opponent here tonight. Collision course maybe for another SJHL final between these two teams. I mean, who isn't excited about this game here tonight?
Yeah, I was around town here today, and it was kind of funny. A lot of people, good luck, Mike, and looking forward to the game, and you can kind of feel that hype in the community, and we're expecting a big crowd here tonight. I'm sure that it's going to be one of the more exciting games of the year. You're right. I mean, we lost to Melfort, the last team that beat us, and then they were the team that we beat to start this stretch. So it's kind of fitting here that we've got this collision course here, and hopefully we can come out on top here tonight.
Well, I mean, it's always special when these two teams get together, and you've played them pretty tough in this building so far.
Yeah, I think we won 6-3 in that game there, and played real well. There's no question that we like playing in the Whitney Forum, but we've been a great road team all year. I think we got the second best record in the league on the road. So we obviously feel comfortable in our building and anybody else's. So, Melfort's played well here before too, and they play a real simple game when it comes to coming to the Whitney Forum. So we're going to have to expect that we're going to have to execute and be good on the walls and get pucks out, and we can't turn over pucks at our blue line.
One last thing, Mike, what has been the secret? I mean, 25 games, just absolutely incredible. Just one shootout loss and one overtime loss that entire span. What's been the secret?
I'm not really sure. I think that those hard times that we went through in October kind of, when you struggle a little bit, you can go one of two ways, right? And things can self-destruct, or you can band together and work through it. And, it's a credit to the character in our room and the type of guys that we have. They're motivated. They want to win. They bought into what we've been preaching here, and they've got rewarded for it. And I've always said, like, when you do the little things right, you get rewarded, and I think that's the case here. And then it's kind of a snowball effect, right? You build some confidence, and guys start believing that you're a great team, and there's teams that hope that they win, and then teams that expect to win. And we went from one of those teams that hopes to expecting, and that's a nice thing to see.
Sounds good, Mike. Good luck against the Mustangs here tonight.
Thanks very much, Robert.
Mike Reagan, the head coach here of the Bombers, once again here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com. McDonald's at your Walmart location is proud to present the Showdown menu.
blocked a lot of shots. They played hard defensively. They're in our face. We were a little light. I'm not going to say we were even close to our best, but you know, you got to give, like you say, we give credit what credit's due.
And they have played you pretty tight to leave the few games before that. I think on one game you were down 3-0, came back to beat them. So, and again, like you're their natural rival, they're going to get up to play you.
Yeah, that's the way it is. I think you can't take anyone lightly, like you said. And you know, when you talk about rivalries, I think Melfort has a few of them, you know, through the league, and we just can't fall asleep at the wheel. We got to make sure we're ready to go and stay consistent throughout the night. It was a good wake-up call, good lesson learned. But yeah, tonight it's as good as any. We're excited.
Well, you know what? Every team's going to go through a little bit of adversity. You haven't had a heck of a lot this year, so I mean, you're probably as a coach seeing a pretty tough opponent coming into Flin Flon tonight. We know what's at stake for them, but I'm sure you're pretty eager to see how your group responds.
Yeah, that's the whole key. You know, it's kind of a broken up week with the showcase and whatnot, and couldn't really practice hard together to get the reset. But I think the guys that stayed back had a good couple days, and I think the guys at the showcase responded well with their effort too in the two games. So, you know, like I said, just a matter of hopefully both teams had guys there. There's lots of energy out tonight, and hopefully they recovered from that.
Speaking of the showcase, I know you were there. Your overall thoughts on what you saw?
Yeah, it was good. It was unfortunate. We lost a couple games. I didn't think we should have really when you match up the lineups. But some things with our team and our game we couldn't control. But you can read between the lines on that. But it was a little bit, you know, it was good though. The team we coached, Brandon and I, did a great job, and I know the Flin Flon team was good too. So, you know, we were well represented, and on and off the ice, guys did a great job.
Now, you've been a part of these showcases for quite a while. Level with me, is Manitoba closed the gap? Because I thought last year you guys kind of dominated. It looked like it was going to be that way again, but really, Manitoba really responded the second day. I mean, I know there's a lot of talk, SJHL higher than the MJHL, but have they closed the gap? Give me your opinion on it.
Yeah, you know, I've always respected them. They've always brought it every year, and you know, I don't know if you say close the gap. I think it's just when you throw it down to 120 minutes of hockey or 180 minutes, with the young guys, it's tough. You know, when you got 2 games a day, and you know, sometimes things just don't go your way. I thought the SJHL carried the play a lot with the older group. I thought the younger group was really even. So, you know, it is what it is. It's just sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't.
Fair assessment. Let's talk about your hockey club. Some really big players that are having incredible years. Every time I talk to you, I can't talk enough about Logan Belton. Leads the league in power play goals, leads the league in game-winning goals, and he really showed me what he could do against the Bombers in the finals last year. He was good.
Yeah, he was our kind of utility knife, really. He was up and down the lineup when Hutchinson and Duguay were banged up or suspended, and you know, he just kind of was the guy that could fit in anywhere, and you know, he took pride in it and played heavy. You know, I think this year he's obviously done well, but you know, I think for him, he could be a little heavier. You know, we talked about, you know, his game a little bit here after Christmas, and looking for him to respond big time here tonight too, and into the rest of the season. He's you know, he's a power forward that really needs to use his size and strength to create time and space, and if he does that, he's successful.
He plays good against the Bombers. Speaking of Hutchinson, of course, he was great last year. You got the younger Hutchinson this time. I know when you first brought him in, you were really excited. You told me, thought he had the potential to be even better than his older brother.
Yeah, he's on this kind of the right path. Like, he's definitely a player that has developed this year, improved, and I think the physical side of the game has been great for him in this league. You know, for him, he's got lots of skill, lots of smarts, and he definitely sees the ice a lot. So, you know, for him, it's been a developmental for him to come, and it's been good to see him improve.
Quickly, the matchup against the Bombers tonight. You've had the edge of play in your building, and they beat you both times here this year. Looks like a collision course to maybe meet in the league final again, although there's some other good teams this year as well. What'll be the key for you and your group here tonight, Trevor?
Yeah, knock on wood on that one, but you know, it's big key is obviously the atmosphere, get comfortable right away in the environment. I think for us, you know, make sure we keep pucks going north, and obviously Matthew Keeper's been the difference for them. since they got him, and we got to get some traffic and get some lots of shots to the net and make sure we're hungry there.
Listen, Trevor, good to see you again. Great job with this crew. First place, certainly not much of a surprise to me. Great hockey club, great organization, and I know it's be a test of the Bombers. Of course, a lot to play for too. Let's face it. You want to beat them in last team to beat them in regulation. Is that? I'm sure your guys know that.
Well, I'm sure it's in the back of their head. We haven't discussed it. Just like we don't try and focus on too much on results on game day, but they'll be ready, I hope. And it is what it is. It's a game played on ice, so you never know what you're going to get.
Good luck tonight.
All right.
And we are underway here at the Whitney Forum. Trevor Blevins called it a playoff atmosphere. Mike Slip, we've seen that right off the hop. A couple thundering body checks. The Bombers, another big hit there. As Alexander will take Shepard down, and boy, doesn't take the crowd long to get into this one tonight. Just underway. A game and a matchup a lot of people have been waiting for a long, long time. Here's Rhett Ewan. He'll dump it in. That'll go to the side of the Mustang. A big hit again there. Shep takes his guy down. He's going to take a penalty, and he levels another player. So we're going to see the Melfort Mustang power play right off the hop here as Hutchinson touches the puck back of the goal. That's picked up here by Thornton. Finally grabbed here by Semp, and he'll flip it to the corner. And a penalty right off the hop, but you certainly got to admire the aggressive play by the Bombers. Looking very, very good here early. Some big body checks. Tough break on the penalty, but you know what? I'll take that start.
Yeah, you have to come out like that, and they did. They were just all over the ice looking for somebody to hit, and they did hit them. Unfortunately, Mr. Semp got caught. I didn't see it.
I don't know if I would have called that a penalty.
No, I don't either.
But anyway, the Melfort Mustangs, who happen to have the second best power play in the league, will go to work against a team that's got the second best penalty kill in the league. So the Mustang power play, 23%, so only second to Yorkton, who's just a point ahead of them at 23.1. Flin Flon, the second best penalty kill, right behind the Mustangs at 85.3. And of course, the big stat for the Flin Flon Bombers: 11 short-handed goals as a team this year, 4 by Keith Gruner alone. Thornton to center. Across the line, he'll get that puck in deep. Ringer, as good a penalty killer as there is, will tie with him. Puck came back down Druzek to the blue line. Thought about shooting it. He'll get rid of it. Gets it right back. His shot goes wide. Picked up back in the goal, set back up front. Thornton lets a rip off the glove that time. A keeper. Flin Flon will clear it ahead. That's picked up by Piccinino. And he'll flip it down the ice. A little bit of a surprise to me is Madden Malacca.
Yes.
We'll get the call tonight between the pipes, not Christian Coons. We'll get to the goalies' numbers here momentarily. The Mustangs on the power play. They'll hammer that inside the Flin Flon zone. Ashton Paul, the former Bomber, bumped off the puck. He gets it right back. You know, he'd love to get a goal here. Mike Slip mentioning he's got some friends and family in attendance here tonight. Turner swings that pass across. Picked up by Roberts along the boards. Mustangs try to work it back out. That's Cote, who's had some big nights against Flin Flon this year. Cote to the left point. Knocked down once again. Roberts' shot off of Lee's stick over top of the net. Played ahead. Nice job, Luke Lepper. The Bombers away at shorthanded at center. Lepper will pick it up. He'll rip it in. Ashton Paul, the former Bomber, goes back to touch up the puck back of his own goal. Here's Ashton Paul. Ashton Paul, a nice move at center ice. Smooth skating inside the Flin Flon zone. He'll try to chase it down. Running into Piccinino there. Looking for some support. Another Mustang was back in the net as well. That was Cote, but he couldn't knock the puck down. Flin Flon sends it the length of the ice. Power play just about set to expire. And the Mustangs just the one shot. So a good penalty kill by Flin Flon, but again, not much of a surprise, like we said. Second best penalty kill in the league. So back to 5 aside. Mustangs have the puck inside their own zone. Muka, though, will steal this. He gets it in deep. Tried to come out front. Unger got a piece of it. Western little chip along the boards. Picked up by Saddlemeyer to the line. And they're going to say that Marston didn't hold it in. He's getting into it here with Saddlemeyer. They're whacking at each other.
I'll tell you, Ashton Paul gave Marston just a vicious cross-check as they were moving up the ice. The back referee must have seen it. I don't know. It was very aggressive, but no call.
Goaltender numbers, of course, Matthew Keeper, fresh off his third goalie of the week honor. Getting the call for Flin Flon here tonight. Best save percentage in the league at .938. 15-0-1-1 on the year. He's got 2 shutouts. Now, we mentioned Matthew Malacca gets the call. First look at Flin Flon. He did come in relief here the one game. But he's got pretty good numbers as well. He hasn't lost a game this year. He's a perfect 10-0. Goals against a 2.34 and a save percentage of .916. Here's a steal by the Bombers. Trying to get on the board here first, but Westerland will steal that. Saddlemeyer will flip it off the board. So a great goaltending battle here tonight. Coombs, of course, has been very good, but looks like a pretty good option B2. As Malacca will get the puck at the side of his net. He hangs on. One of the Bombers took a whack at him. He doesn't like that. Having a conversation here with Keith Gruner.
Yeah, Keith Gruner giving it back. There's no love lost between these two teams. So as we saw off the start with some big hits and Marsden getting at it. So it's going to be interesting.
Face off inside the Mustang zone. Puck picked up back of the goal by Piccinino, but knocked off his stick. Here's Shepard. He'll move that one ahead. Puck knocked down, set back inside the zone. There's Thornton. Came back for that big, tough injury last year. Actually made it back to league finals to face the Bombers. Mustangs have persevered through a lot of injuries the last couple of years. There's a bad giveaway there by the Bombers. Patterson will intercept it. It kind of went off the stick, couldn't do much with it, but you don't want to cough up the puck like that too often. Semp. Quick pass to Piccinino. Piccinino to center. Across the line, he'll hang on to it. Here's Piccinino, looking for some room. Feeds it back nicely to Leffer. Leffer stops, shoots it, tipped away that time by Malacca in the corner. Rebound picked up by Logan Belton. What a year he's having. Like I mentioned, we kicked off the broadcast tonight. Leads the league in power play goals with 10 and 8 game-winning goals. He's been good. Tanner Clark moves it ahead to Lees. He comes across the ice looking for Seitz, picked off by Bo Eisner. Eisner played that one back to Belton. Belton inside his own zone, almost lost the handle. Came back out front, grabbed here by Roberts. Roberts can't do much with it. It's picked up and set off the glass. Lepper will hold it in. Lepper at the blue line. Knocked it down. Spins. That one gets blocked that time by Roberts. Loose puck picked up here by Eisner. Eisner sends a pass ahead to Hutchinson. Hutchinson to center. Nice job here by Summers. Almost split the D. Summers, another player coming back with bad injuries, but boy, having himself a tremendous year. Very good showcase for him as well down in Winnipeg. Already has a scholarship going to Maine, so it's been a brilliant career for him. Here's Ashton Paul. Drop that one back to his own blue line. Hutchinson will chip it inside the Flin Flon zone. This is Liam Hunks. De Mounier. Up the middle, nice pass. Alexander looking for a lane. And he can't get free, but he's going to draw a penalty. Unger grabbed a hold of him. And the Bombers will get a chance to get things going with their first power play of the game.
Alexander kept his feet moving, and the Mustang had to haul him down, and good call by the referee there.
Alrighty, Pepsi power play time here tonight. Kevin Ballard is going to be our first contestant. Gets his products at the co-op. Good luck to Kevin. If the Bombers score on the power play, he'll win a 12-pack of Pepsi, once again courtesy of Arctic Beverages, your local dealer of Pepsi Cola in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Andrusiak gets a hold of the puck down the ice. It goes. Mustangs the best penalty kill at 87.4%. Flin Flon ranked 4th on the power play at 20.4. Here comes Ringer. Down the board. Throws it in for Semp. That one never made it to him. Puck held in by Lepper, though, along the boards. Gets it in tight that time. Semp looking for some room. Picked up by Gruner. He'll rip it around the boards this time. Picked up by Hunks. Hunks had it knocked off his stick. Saddlemeyer gets a hold of it, and he'll rip it off the boards back down to Flin Flon territory. Ringer there to get it. Ringer, a quick pass. Grab here by Gruner. He'll backhand that off the boards. Eisner, he intercepts it. Westerland, or Patterson rather, couldn't knock it down. Gruner has it. Feeds it back to blue line to Hunks. In tight for Lepper. He'll rip around the boards back, and the goal picked up by Eisner. To the blue line and knocked out. Chance here short-handed for Patterson. Patterson racing after the puck. He's got Shepard in front of the net. Patterson looked like he ran out of gas as he got down there. And Flin Flon will bring it right back. 52 seconds to go in the power play. He's not been able to set up at all in the offensive zone. Great penalty kill by the Mustangs. They break that one up. Shepard sends it to center. Here's Kanchuk. At his own blue line, feeds that back to Seitz. Seitz across the line. He goes down. And the puck is intercepted and sent back in Flin Flon territory. 31 seconds to go. Here's Joey Lee's a quick pass. Piccinino across the Melfort line. Turner, though, cut him off. Around the boards and down the ice it goes. Picture perfect penalty kill here for Melfort so far. Flin Flon has not been able to get anything going at all. One last chance, 15 seconds remaining. Seitz to center. He gets a hold of it, he'll rip it in. Turner, he knocked it down off the boards, and this will force Kanchuk back in his own blue line with just 6 seconds to go. Clock's watching him. Tanchuk forced to retreat along the boards to Yakimchuk. And, boy, you want to talk about a great penalty kill. We just witnessed one right there. Flin Flon not able to muster anything whatsoever. Puck will roll back to the Mustangs line. This is Thornton. The captain will feed that one back to Turner. Former Western Hockey Leaguer up the left side, or up the right side rather, nobody home. That'll be an icing call, and boy, how about the penalty kill for both these teams in particular?
Yeah.
Melfort, boy, Flin Flon was chasing it the entire 2 minutes.
I was just going to say, that Mustang penalty kill was great, but I mean the Bombers' penalty kill early with the Semp penalty was great too. The shots are only 2-1, so both these teams are having a hard time getting set up in the offensive zone during the power play, and also even strength.
Face off of the Mustang zone, the right of Malacca, as Stitton will dig in here against Cote. Stitton able to originally win the face-off, but the Mustangs grab it back quickly. This is Ashton Paul flipping it to Cote at center. He blows a tire, goes down, puck intercepted here. Stitton right back on the attack to Ewan. Ewan tried to knock that one away from Turner. Came back out front. This is Alexander already making his presence felt in this game. Couldn't keep it in. Cote to center. Down the left side for Monroe. Here comes Monroe. Ashton Paul's cousin, actually. As he gets the puck in, back to Unger at the right point. Unger will get a hold of it. He'll rip it back in. Monroe looking for it. So a couple new additions to the Mustangs since the Bombers saw them last. Monroe's got that puck forced up along the boards. Cote will dig it free. Comes back to the line. Held in here by Unger. Unger. That shot got partially blocked, but picked up by Cote back of the goal. He loses the handle. Somebody lost a helmet out there.
Monroe.
Here comes Alexander. He'll dump that one in. Unger will try to catch him. He does. Throws it over to the far side. Hutchinson. Ahead for Ashton Paul across the Bomber line. Here's Ashton Paul. Look out. He almost had Tanchuk beat there. Paul's looked pretty good in his first couple shifts here in this game. Puck left to the blue line. Held in by eyes. The referee goes down. Not sure what happened there. Hunks has got it here for Flin Flon inside his own zone. Ahead to Piccinino to center. Piccinino flying down the left side. Tries to split the knee. Piccinino in tight. Can't get the shot away. There's Belton. Hit hard along the boards again. Ringer takes it from him. The blue line gets away from Tanchuk. He's got to race back and get it his side of center. Boy, incredible pace here tonight. We've already played a half a period, if you can believe it. And only 3 shots. 2-1 Mustangs on the front line shot clock. Bombers dump it deep. Ringer will get chased, but Eisner there first. Back to Roberts. Roberts fanned on it. Ringer going to draw a penalty. This is a horrible call here. That's a horrible call. He didn't even touch him. I hope they run the replay on that, Mike, because that's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, that one's not deserved at all, for sure. Robert.
I don't blame him at all for being upset. That's not even close.
That was a bad call.
Horrible penalty.
The referee was standing right there. I don't know.
I call it like it is, and I don't care. A bad call's a bad call either way, and this is a bad call.
Sure it is.
I mean, you look at this in the corner here, like, I don't think that was a penalty. That's just me. Anyway, the Bombers on the power play for the second time here tonight. As Keith Gruner will line up for the face-off here against Shepherd. Didn't get at all anything going the last time. They win the face-off. Hunks along the boards to Ringer. That's broken up by Shepherd, who's been tremendous on the penalty kill tonight. Got it back inside the Flin Flon zone. There's Leopard. He'll knock it down. He's got some room. He's going to take off. A backhand pass to Ringer. Try to come back out front to Gruner. Broke it up. And here comes Patterson. Patterson had Shepherd, but he had to wait for it. Patterson stops, rips that one wide. Shepherd will pick it up. He'll play it back to the Mustang line. Andrusiak waiting for it. And again, he'll just feed that over to Thornton. Thornton will rip it down the ice for Binner. There's Binner. He'll pick it up. Binner in the corner, tied up with Lepper. 1:18 to go on the power play. 9:18 in the opening period. Still no goal. Still no score. Here's Hunks. Pass up the right side to Semp. Semp up the left side to Ringer. He's got some room across the line. Dropped it back. Gruner a chance. He ripped it wide. Oh! Looked like he had that corner labeled, and I don't think Malacca even really moved on it. I think he might have been partially screened, but he missed the net. Here's Tanchuk. Back across the blue line. Ringer will pick it up. Ringer back around. Wrap around a tap. Malacca there. Big save. Got the left pad down. His best save of the game. Great chance that time by Ryder Ringer. Puck set back down the ice. Keeper going to come out to play it. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Here's the pass to Seitz at center. He'll rip it inside the Mustang zone. Cormier Leads the Bombers at power play goals with 7. Knocked it down. Piccinino. The blue line to Lees. Feeds it back to Tanchuk. Quick shot. Missed wide. Puck came right back out front. Mustangs get it out. Off Tanchuk and back to center. 21 seconds to go in the power play. Piccinino looking for the pass out of his reach. Andrusiak has it. He'll fire that off the glass. Puck will roll back to center. Tanchuk feeds it back to Seitz. Boy, great penalty kill again. They're just not allowing Flin Flon any offensive zone time at all in this hockey game. Typical Melfort team, so good defensively. Stinton gets it in as the power play expires. Feeds it back to blue line, broke it up. And Yakupchuk will race back down inside his own zone. And he'll play it up the left side for Cormier. He missed the pass, icing against Flin Flon. 7:47 to go, quick period here, but boy, Melfort, you can tell they're an upper echelon team. Flin Flon nowhere near the room that we've seen in recent games.
No, absolutely. And again, same with the Bombers, keeping the Mustangs at bay too. It's pretty interesting. It's fast-paced, like you say, though, Rob.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, media timeout. We'll take a break. Shots are still 2-1 Mustangs, and we're scoreless. We'll take a media timeout and come back with more first period action here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Here you can learn to save lives and change your own with University College of the North's primary care paramedic program. Now at both the Paw and Thompson campuses, you can get your heart racing with this hands-on, action-packed program. Gain the skills and training needed to handle emergencies with confidence. Applications are open for fall 2025. Visit UCN.ca to learn more. UCN, here you can.
University College of North, Sasino Tigis Kinomagay Nao, Ayikan Topatia Nao, UCN.ca, UCN Pagutagat, Spanish.
The last thing you want to do after a long day is making supper, and no one wants to go back into the cold, which is why Chicken Chef will deliver right to your door. Enjoy their signature chicken or tasty pizza Tuesday to Saturday from noon until 7:30. You can have all your favorites from Chicken Chef in the comfort of your own home. Order online at chickenchef.ca, a click away from it always feeling like home.
7:32 to go, opening period, still no score. Tight checking despite how quick of the pace it's been. Again, the Mustangs are so sound positionally, they just don't make a lot of mistakes. Belton will rip that run right back inside Flin Flon territory. Hunks, look out. Summers was coming over at him, tripped him up in the corner. Now that could have been a penalty there.
That was cheapers.
Stinton will pick it up back of his own net. Works it back out front. That's Alexander. Tried to hit Ewell with the pass. Broke it up by Unger. Here's Turner inside his own zone. Feeds it back to Unger. Unger will take a look off a skate. Cote back to get it. Here's Cote. Drops that one back. Good forecheck here by Flin Flon as he sends it back to D-man Turner. Turner gets it back to Monroe at center. He's knocked off the puck. The puck will roll in, and Malacca will contemplate what he's going to do, and he'll hang on. McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Look out for the Humboldt Broncos. A 4-1 lead on Battleford now in the second period, looking for their 6th straight win. Melville leads Nipwood 2-1 in the second. Estevan Weyburn 1-1 after one. And, of course, the Bruins came close last night against a good wing club, losing in overtime 3-2. But, boy, would pretty much need to run the table, I think, and get a lot of favors if they're going to make the playoffs. There's Mounier. Of course, Estevan we'll see here next weekend. After Paul, ahead to Monroe. Monroe down the right side across the Bomber line. He'll hang on. Nice pass up front. Paul rips it off the left shoulder that time of that keeper. Ashton Paul will get his own rebound. Look out. He's hit hard along the boards here. Puck is pinned up there. Mustangs try to work it free. That's Cote around the boards to Eisner. He'll keep it in. Bo Eisner pitching in. And he found on the shots, and Semp will try to get away. That hits the stick, comes back to center. The Mustangs will turn it right back in. Look out. Okay, going to take a penalty here. And that's an undisciplined one. No doubt about that one. He whacks the stick right out of the hand of Mounier. Undisciplined penalty for sure, this time by Cote.
He hasn't blown the whistle there.
Well, Flin Flon had the puck.
All right.
So 5:59 to go, opening period, and very undisciplined penalty here by Cote. And the Bombers will go to the power play for the third time in this game. I think they've got one shot in 2 power plays.
Well, they only got 3 shots total on both ends here, Rob. I don't know if we've ever seen a lower shot count in a period.
Merle Sproxton will be our Pepsi power play contestant. He gets his products at Walmart. Good luck to Merle. Longtime Flin Flon Bomber supporter. As the Bombers go to the power play for the third time. That one picked up by the captain. Thornton set the length of the ice, and Tanchuk will go back to get it back of his own net. There's a chance for Seitz behind him. Broken up by Shepard. Shepard has it inside the Flin Flon zone. Tanchuk followed him in. Seitz comes back, gets the puck back of his own net. Here's Leo Seitz. Seitz will stick handle with it to center. Throws it in. Thornton will race after it. He leans into it, and he gets it down the ice. Puck on target. Save made here by keeper. Again, Flin Flon almost looks confused here. They don't know what to do. Melfort has really played them tough. You can see Flin Flon having a hard time kind of getting organized, and they'll get it back their own blue line. Leffer will get it back to Ringer. Ringer, they're really the only one with a good scoring chance in this game on that wraparound attempt, but he's stuffed out, and the puck set back inside the Flin Flon zone. Hunks will touch up. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Leffer back in his own net. Feeds it right back to Hunks. Hunks will swing the pass back to Leffer at center. Back to Hunks. He almost overskated it. Hunks. There's a nice pass to Ringer. Ringer across the Melfort line, looking for a little bit of room. Turned it over. Westerland's been good tonight. He got a hold of it, but Ringer comes back to tie him up. 32 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Leffer. Back to Hunks. Semp across the line. Semp trying to get it away from Roberts. They're battling for it. Puck is picked up and fired down the ice by Westerland. Keeper again, well out of his own net. 16 seconds to go in the power play. Boy, Flin Flon struggling on it big time. Here's Salazar stealing it and right off Leffer's stick. It gets a quick chance, and I'll tell you what, I can see why Melfort's got the best penalty kill in this league.
Yeah, they're doing a great job for sure.
There's just nothing there, Mike, for Flin Flon to. There's just no openings at all.
No. Absolutely. What's that, the third penalty? And they've only got 3 shots on net total. Mind you, as I said, Melfort has 5.
5-3 is the shots. Officially, the front line shot clock, 4:07 to go. Back to 5 aside. There's still 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Belton's shot gets blocked. Flin Flon will get the puck down the ice. Stinton quickly to center. Dumps it in for Ewan. He'll try to chase down Turner. Picked up back to the goal by Unger. Back to 5 aside. Stinton had a piece of it, but it's taken away. So Flin Flon 0 for 3 on the power play. Belton trying to split the D. Gets it back. Intercepted here by Stinton. Stinton. It's taken down by Unger. Bit of a hip check there. Puck poked back inside the Mustang zone. Turner has it. They head to Hutchinson. Down the wing, looked out, ran into Jakubchuk rather. And then I'll go up over the glass of how to play. 3:26 remaining opening period. 6-3 now the shots in favor of the Mustangs. And I can only really think of the one big save by Milwaukee. Neither goalie's had to really make a lot of big saves here in this opening period.
No. Stinton was a little shaken up. I think he's okay, but I also noticed, sorry, bear with me. Keith Gruner. No, it's not Keith Gruner. It's Landon Alexander with an ice pack on his wrist.
3:25 to go. Opening period. Face-off inside the Flin Flon zone. Ashton Paul will line up for the face-off here against Joey Lees. 2 guys that know each other very well. Played a lot of their minor hockey, and both were members of the Rink Hockey Academy at the same time. And, of course, teammates here at the Bombers last year for a brief period. Here's Clark to center. Cote took a good run at him. Puck picked up by Andrusiak. Andrusiak will move that ahead to Ashton Paul. He'll chip it down the ice. Keeper will grab it. Forced to hang on with Cote racing to the front of the net. A little bit of a poke at the goalie. The players didn't like that. We got a little bit of a scramble happening down in the far right corner. Connor Clark trying to get in there. So was the other Flin Flon Bomber defenseman Liam Hunks. With 3:04 to go opening period. And boy, quick pace here tonight. And this Melfort Mustang D, which has been their bread and butter for so many years, looking very good defensively again tonight, not allowing a lot of these Flin Flon Bombers to get any good real offensive opportunities, not allowing them to skate up the ice with the puck. They take away the momentum right away. Hunks forced back in his own net. Swings that pass ahead. Semp, there's a good pass outside the zone to Ringer. His backhander, though, quickly intercepted, but Ringer got it right back. He'll get that one in deep for Piccinino, and Druziak took a bit of a run at him. They'll force the blue line. Hunks can't hold it in. Hunks swings the pass back to Tanchuk. Tanchuk off the boards. He'll get it in deep. Malaka going to come out of his own net. Look out, he almost gave it away to Ringer, but Mustangs get control. Here's Monroe to center. Monroe across the Bomber line, down the right side. Monroe carries in, back of the net. Monroe dumped it in the corner, picked up by Saddlemeyer. Thornton out front looking for some room. Puck at the side of the goal. The keeper will jump on that. 2:18 to go. Still scoreless late in the opening period. Shots are 7-3 Mustangs for the frontline shot clock.
That's crazy. Bombers, you're right. They're just not, Melfort not giving them an opportunity to get up the ice, and if they do, it's intercepted in the offensive zone. It's tough slugging out there. It's a super fast period, though.
Saddlemeyer against Gruner, the face-off inside the Flin Flon zone, to the left of the netminder, Matthew Keeper. Back the point to Roberts. His shot kicked away. Good save. Rebound. Mustangs on it. Saddlemeyer gets a chance, and Keeper stopped that one. Held in here by Eisner at the blue line. Can't find the puck. Now he does. We got somebody down in front. Cox battling it out with Marsden. Meanwhile, puck picked up back of the net by Saddlemeyer, who had that great chance moments ago. He's checked by Jakubchuk. They're trying to send Gruner away, but slapped out of midair by Eisner. Picked up by Cox, back across the Bomber line. Here's Westerland in the corner. Westerland will hang on, throws it back to blue line. Roberts knocked it down, throws it out front. Good toe save that time. Might have changed direction at the last second, but Keeper made a good save. Here's Gruner. Comes back to get it at center. He'll flip that one in. Bombers can't decide who's going to come out on the ice here. They'll bounce it off the boards. Roberts knocks that down in his blue line, played it ahead, and poked back inside Flin Flon territory. Gruner gets enough of it, so it's ice negated. Melfort didn't realize that Gruner touched it, but he did. Boy, Blevins really yelling at the linesman, but we had a pretty good vantage point where we were. Here's Leeds, back in his blue line. Seitz will come back to help out deep in Flin Flon territory. Back of the goal for Tanchuk, a minute remaining here in the period. Puck chipped back across the Melfort line before Clark gets nailed. Here's Unger, almost coughed it up. He'll get it back. Unger has it. Played it ahead. Westerland at center. Jumps out inside the Flin Flon zone for Binner. There's Binner. Hunks will ride him to the boards. Tanchuk off the boards, hit somebody on the Bomber bench, and blown down. 41 seconds to go here. Mike Slick, period number one. Melfort looking pretty good road period for them.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden they've jumped up to 10 shots. So you're right, Rob. They've got some good opportunities. Matthew Keeper's made some good saves, and only 3 at the other end. Bombers have to get to Malaka.
Face up inside the Flin Flon zone. Summers lining up against Gruner. Gruner wins the draw. Semp knocked off his stick. Unger grabbed it in his own blue line. I don't think the Bombers have had a shot since Ringer had that wraparound on that one power play.
Yeah.
It was a good save by Malaka, but he hasn't had to make one since then. Bombers just get it out, or do they? No, they say Unger kept it in, but now it's stolen here by Cormier. Cormier at center. Chipped it back in. Turner back there to get it. He'll hang on to it at the side of his own net. Now backed it off the boards to Hutchinson. Grabbed by Hunks on his side of center. Got to come back to Cormier, but Unger has it. 5 seconds remaining. Turner will grab a hold of it, back of his own net, flipped it back to Unger, and that's going to do it for the opening period here tonight.
Wow.
And a very, interesting period for as quick as it was. Pretty defense-orientated. We saw a couple mistakes, but nothing that really was able to magnify really good scoring chance. Unger threw the puck away a couple times.
Yeah. But
one not able to take advantage of that. And then I can't remember what Bomber player it was that gave the puck up to Patterson, and he couldn't take advantage either. But boy, Mustangs, that's a good road period to hold Flin Flon to 3 shots, because we know how many shots they get per game.
When's the last time you've seen them get 3 shots in a period? It doesn't happen often, if at all.
Especially in the first.
Yeah, it's super tight checking game, and Melfort seemed to have won that battle in the first period, although the Bombers came out hitting hard, and Semp got the penalty, and that sort of slowed them them down a bit.
That took some of the momentum out of the game.
I think it did because they were flying to begin with, and Cohen Semp took a penalty that, questionable. I don't know, but
Marston getting into it. Malacca here as they make their way off the ice. I'm not sure what the heck that was all about.
Maybe it's who goes off the ice first sort of
Maybe
deal.
that, because this happened one other game. Did it not the last time you and I could
and
get
it was Marsden.
And that was with the Kindersley goalie? Is that what it was that night?
Yeah,
too?
they had to play rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to lead first.
That's what it was. Anyway, scoreless after one. We'll take a break. The first intermission straight ahead for the North of 53 Consumers Co-op. Heavyweight battle tonight. The Bombers Mustangs, like we said, doesn't get any better than this here on the SJHL. Right here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
The North of 53 Co-op strives to serve the entire community, so they invite you to enjoy the gluten-free items in the bakery freezer. See if you can even tell the difference with everyday items like bread, buns, and bagels, to any sweet treat you can imagine. And some you can't even. Muffins, cakes, donuts, even brownies. All gluten-free and all at the Co-op. No need to limit yourself. See what's in store at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
And welcome back inside the Whitney Forum. No goals to tell you about here in the opening period. Mustangs, though, did outshoot the Bombers by a count of 10-3. But the big stat for me right now, Flin Flon 0 for 3 on the power play. And I think, 2 shots if they're lucky on those 3 power plays? The only one I really remember is the wraparound from Ringer. I think they had one other maybe shot from the outside as well.
Yeah, you're not going to win many games with 3 shots. So and Melfort doing an exceptional job of keeping the Bombers at bay. They're having a heck of a time entering the offensive zone, let alone setting up.
No, it's been tough, but again, we saw that from the last game. Let's go back to the league final last year.
Yep.
Boy, this game reminds me a lot of Game 6 in Melfort.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keeping everything to the outside and not allowing a lot of shots. And I'll tell you what, it's very similar to that formula how they won the league championship here just a few months ago.
Yeah, you're right. It is it's like we're playing in Melfort. It's always a tight checking sort of game, although it's a more fast-paced than most games in Melfort. But very interesting first period. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second. What Mike Reagan can get through to the boys.
Well, and the thing is, Melfort's only had the 1 power play, and things tend to even out a little bit. So it could be maybe a Mustang power play goal that decides this one tonight.
Yeah, and it was a bad call.
The second call was. The penalty that Cote took,
terrible.
He slapped him.
Yeah.
That was a very undisciplined penalty.
Yeah.
Usually those are the ones that come back to haunt you, but the Mustangs, like you said, we got the 2 best penalty-killing teams in the league. Melfort, number 1, heading into tonight, with a 87.4 efficiency, and the Bombers right behind them, who've been just incredible at 85.3. And like I said, those 11 shorthanded goals, 4 from Keith Gruner. What a story that is.
Unbelievable.
He's got 2 shorthanded goals against Melfort this year, by the way, in 1 game.
That's right. I remember that. And it's an incredible stat. And in a season with a lot of incredible stats, the win streak and the keeper wins, regulation win streak. So it's been a great year. Except for October.
Well, they've certainly turned things around. Scoreless after 1. Mustangs outshoot the Bombers 10-3. And again, no goals to tell you about, but when these 2 teams are tied up after 1 period of play this year, the Mustangs are 6-1. The Bombers are 6-3-2. So that's the head-to-head records when they're tied up after 1 period of play so far this year. So we'll take another break. We're going to be joined by Carter Cormier. He's going to be our Creighton Pizza player profile. He'll join us next. We'll come back with that. We have the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard and lots of other fun stuff from the forum tonight. But no goals as of yet. but a very good road period for the Melfort Mustangs, out shooting Flin Flon 10-3. We'll see what happens as we get ready for the second, but no score after one here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
There are many reasons to get new furniture, but if you need some help convincing yourself, Creighton Furniture is there to show you some new and interesting items that may just scream you. Furniture is the backdrop to our lives, for sitting and sleeping, but also to express our sense of style. And as our needs change, so should our furniture. You can stop teasing yourself with pictures of someone else's stuff. Drop into Creighton Furniture today and get some drool-worthy pieces of your own. They're here, they're local, and they have it all. Creighton Furniture, make it your first stop.
We've called you all here as we await the opening of this time portal and welcome a traveler from the past.
Hark, all this ballyhoo from days of yore has made me peckish. I must satisfy my food cravings. Greek, Italian, Chinese, pizza, burgers, appetizers.
What about Creighton's Pizza? They have all that for pickup and delivery. Open 3 to 10:30 daily.
Zoons! Creighton's Pizza?
10
what
seconds.
Is such sorcery?
Just call 688-2080.
Is there a duel for the penultimate sampling?
Close. Creighton's Pizza. Fight for the last slice.
Welcome to our first intermission. Our Creighton Pizza player profile, Carter Cormier, will join us here tonight. Carter, great week for you. Great week for the team. Let's start with that. 7 out of a possible 8 points. Just the one blemish in Weyburn, and I thought you had some chances early. Could have won the game, but never easy to win on the road. But boy, a great road trip for this team. Must have been pretty exciting.
Yeah, it definitely was, for sure. 7 out of 8 points on a 4 and 5 is great. So, yeah, it was a good road trip all around, I think.
You know, it's interesting because, I mean, I was wondering what's going to happen in Notre Dame. Usually the last game, guys are tired. I know you had a sickness running through the team. Some guys were hurt, but, well, you took it to them 7-1. A great game for you, 4 points. Is that as good a game as you've had in junior hockey?
I would say it's up there. Obviously, one of the better games when you get a couple points under your belt in the game. It's awesome. I mean, yeah, it was good. I mean, obviously coming out, we didn't have the strongest start, and then they got a power play early on, and then kind of woke us up, and then we just kept rolling from there on. So, yeah, it was good, I thought.
I agree. They got the early power play goal. They had some good chances. Your goaltender kind of held them at bay. Then Tancha gets the power play goal, and it was just an onslaught after that.
Yeah, exactly. We just had to respond and keep going, and then, yeah, we just knew they couldn't keep up with us.
You had a pretty good game against Weyburn, too. You scored both goals in regulation that night. They got a pretty good hockey club. Talk about the intensity of that game. Not to take anything away from some of these other teams, but when Weyburn's right up there trying to chase you down for second place, to really have a playoff feel to it?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, speaking for myself, that was probably my favorite game of this year. Like, the pace was high, the intensity was super high, and it was just back and forth the whole game, it felt like. So it was a really good game to plan, and it's good to get that experience before the playoffs, too.
Melfort here tonight. I mean, this game sort of doesn't need any more building. I mean, the top two teams, the rematch of the SJHL final, you're chasing them down for top spot. You've got 25 game now unbeaten streak in regulation. I mean, is this as forward to a hockey game as you've been looking for quite a while?
100%, yeah. This is a huge game. I mean, if we can win in regulation here, we jump 2 spots, or 2 points, up. And, yeah, like I said, it's just a huge game tonight, and we need everyone going.
You know what? I know that you don't get a championship or any awards for this, but 25 games without a regulation loss is pretty darn impressive. What's come together for this team?
I think just the day in, day out, knowing that every day you have to compete and every day you have to show up on time. And every game is a big game, so we just got to treat it as, we're playing the first place or the last place. It doesn't matter. We just got to play our game and play it hard.
Carter Anderson, a very dominant player. I take nothing away from him. Since he's left, a lot of guys have stepped up. Did a lot of guys take it as a personal challenge? To let people know that, there's a lot of other good hockey players on this team. Did they take it as a personal challenge? Did you take it as a personal challenge?
For sure. Definitely, yeah. When you lose one of your top guys, everyone's got to start pulling their weight a little bit more. And, yeah, we had to, what's the word?
Step up?
Step up, exactly. Yeah, just needed everyone pulling more.
I know it's obviously disappointing, but again, opportunities, right, for other guys.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Got to look at it in a positive for sure.
Here you are, your first year with the Bombers. I know you've got a lot of junior experience. Has it gone kind of like you thought it would?
Yeah, it's been great. Winning is winning, and it's been awesome. I've never really been a part of a winning team like this for ongoing like this. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Is that why you wanted to come to Flin Flon? Because I know you had other options.
Yes, no, that was why I wanted to come here and win a championship. That's the goal.
You're from Kinder. Kindersley originally? Did you know quite a bit about Flin Flon before you came here?
A little bit here and there. And I had a couple buddies play here, and everyone said it's just the place to be. So I was like, yeah, this is where I want to be.
You know, it's amazing you mentioned a couple of buddies because to take nothing away from scouts and coaches or anything else, players are your best recruiters. I mean, anytime you get traded to a new club, you're probably talking to somebody that you know either played there, played against somebody from there. I mean, you're reaching out to somebody.
Exactly, yeah, that definitely helps a lot as well.
Talk about the move to Flin Flon. Did you know, did it catch you off guard? Did you know it was coming? Talk about how that all kind of transpired.
Yeah, I mean, I got released from Black Falls, and then immediately I started talking to our coach here, and from everything that he was saying, it was just like, it's the place I want to be, honestly. Like, I was talking to other teams as well, and it just didn't have as much to offer as Flin Flon did.
So Flin Flon was on your radar screen pretty much from the beginning then?
Pretty much from the beginning, yeah, exactly.
You know what? It took you maybe a little bit while to find your footing here, but you're scoring some goals, and looks like to me you really like to shoot the puck.
Mm-hmm. I do, yes, for sure.
Is that your strongest point, your release?
I would say that, or maybe my speed, I would say.
How about the physical? Let's talk about that. Is Saskatchewan a more physical league to play in than Alberta?
I would say so, yeah, for the most part. Mm-hmm.
I know hockey's just hockey, but is that one of the things that you do coming into the SJHL? You might have to be more of a physical player?
Yes, definitely, for sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me. Whitney Forum here tonight. I'm sure you've heard all about it, the playoffs. The playoffs is not very far away. I know the 25-game unbeaten streak is impressive, but be more impressive just to keep this going. What do you have to do to keep this going?
Just day in, day out. Got to compete every day, and can't take anyone lightly because anyone could beat anyone on a given night. So,
you know, speaking of Kindersley, this team really struggled to score earlier in the year. My opinion is the turning point for this team was when you went into Kindersley and won back-to-back. That would have been, I think, maybe early November. Or late October, sorry. Anyway, the 2 wins back-to-back in Kindersley, I thought was kind of the turning point for this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, when you go on the road trip and you win both games, it's huge. And, yeah, I think that just started our confidence, and we just kept building from there.
Is that what you remember about that weekend was just the confidence after you were... Because, I mean, they're a pretty good hockey team, standings aside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would say for sure. Just confidence under a belt. And I think also that weekend we stayed out of the box, and we were really focused on trying to play a full 60. So I think that's the weekend we kind of really started piecing everything together.
Well, we can't, of course, not count the great goaltending that you got from Matthew Kiefer as well since he arrived. And you and him are both, of course, getting Player of the Week honors. Congratulations, by the way, on that. Well-deserved. Quickly, before I let you go, best hockey moment for you in your career could be anywhere you played, any level.
I would have to say when I went to Member 2 Nova Scotia for Team Native Sask. That was quite a bit of fun. We ended up losing in the finals, but that whole experience, that whole week was just unreal.
Sounds good. And your favorite Bomber moment?
Favorite Bomber moment would be
first goal, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say first goal. First goal was pretty huge because I didn't score for my first couple, so when I finally notched that, it was a pretty good feeling.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but maybe you are. You lead this team with power play goals now with 7. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No, awesome.
Well, there you go. So that's a pretty nice step out of your cap, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right on.
Listen, Carter, thanks for this. Congratulations on Player of the Week. Great 7 points to the road trip. Not easy to do. I certainly appreciate your time here tonight. Congratulations on that. Good luck here against the Mustangs tonight. It should be a really good one.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you.
That's Carter Cormier, Creighton Pizza player profile here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Bubbly sparkling water is the best. It has the fizz
2 for
that
this
gives
period.
the zest.
For the
With
first.
lots of flavors. There's no contest because you know bubbly.
What are you doing?
Just rapping about bubbly sparkling water to tell people how
Just
good
a
it is.
random
Is that really necessary?
Well, you know, I wanted to,
Why don't you just tell them that bubbly sparkling water has no sugar, no calories, and it gives you that refreshing and delicious taste you crave?
I think that's a better idea.
Arctic Beverages, proud supplier of bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
Arctic Radio Traders Post on Facebook and live on the radio. That's right. Join and follow Arctic Radio Traders Post on Facebook or call the station to sell your items on the radio. Arctic Radio helps you find what you're looking for or get your treasures into new hands. Your listing will be seen all across the north or heard on radio weekdays at 10:30 and 9:30 Saturday mornings.
We're going to try it out and see what
10
happens.
seconds.
Buy, sell, rent, trade, or give away with Arctic Radio Traders Post Facebook page and 1029 CFAR, your radio.
Alrighty, let's get to the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. About 3.5 minutes away from the start-up of the second period here tonight. Humboldt leading Battleford 5-2. That's with about 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Melville Nipwood 2-2 late in the second. Estevan has taken a 2-1 lead on Weyburn. That one in the second period. And, of course, we know the score here after 1-0 between Flin Flon and Melfort. Manitoba Junior Hockey League, one game is complete. The Swan Valley, no boy, no shortage of offense in this one. The Swan Valley Stampeders taking down the Winnipeg Freeze 9-6 today. Nipawat 2-0 lead on Winkler in the second period. Selkirk leads Wayway 1-0 after one. And Dauphin a 3-0 lead on the Northern Manitoba Blizzard, also after one period of play. NHL Finals today. Florida beat Chicago 5-1. Boston doubled up on the Rangers 6-3. Ottawa a 3-0 lead on Minnesota after two. The Kings lead Carolina 3-1 in the third. Toronto leads Edmonton 4-1 in the third period. How about those Winnipeg Jets? A 4-2 lead on Washington in the third. Islanders Tampa Bay 1-1 in the third. In the late game on Hockey Night in Canada, Detroit taking on Calgary. And as the Flames, of course, the big trade of Philadelphia a couple of days ago, revamping their team, and we'll see what that's like down the stretch. Did you like the trade?
Yeah, the Flames won that trade for sure.
Wasn't there draft picks included in that too?
Yes, they got a second round.
Yeah. A lot of people were surprised that they got that draft pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking across the ice here, and the other Fox disappointing. Ty Olsen back on the shelf, high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for a while.
Boy, he's just had real bad luck with injuries. But the good news is the playoffs, hopefully he'll be back healthy for that.
Yeah.
We're underway in the second period. No score. Shots were 10-3 Mustangs in the first period. Tonight here's a chance for Stitton off the face-off, and he'll get a quick chance. Kicked away that time by Malacca. Rebound back of the goal. That's Shepard around the boards quickly. Flin Flon trying to throw the body here. Jakubchuk comes over. He ties up here with Binner. Eisner in there as well. Shepard back of his own net. Flipped it over to Patterson. Patterson's got it. He'll flip it out of harm's way. Jakubchuk knocked it down inside his own zone. Binner on top of him. Played it ahead. Here's a chance for Alexander. It walks across the line and he fanned on it. Goes off Roberts' stick and he drilled him in the corner. Roberts is down. Hunks will let that one rip, but I don't think you can hear the whistle. Roberts goes down awkwardly in the corner here. That's two really big guys. And Shepard comes over, takes a whack at Alexander. He's not happy with what he saw. Did you get a look at that, Mike?
I thought it was a clean hit, Rob. Just seen it. But
I thought that, at least how it looked to me,
Shepard going to the box.
It looked to me that Roberts was trying to avoid the hit.
Yeah.
And I thought he went down awkwardly. That's, again, I saw it in real time.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the replay on it.
Accidental slew foot? I don't know. I'd have to see it.
Well, I don't know if there is an accidental slew foot.
No, well, what I mean is that he tripped over his leg. But I don't know how else you'd say that, but it certainly wasn't on purpose, I'm pretty sure. But
no, he was going in there, and it looked like, and again, like I said, I saw it in real time.
Yeah.
It looked like he was trying to avoid him, and he went down awkwardly.
I wonder, yeah.
Roberts is a pretty big, tough guy, too,
yeah,
boy.
Their legs got all crossed up, and yeah.
Very big, tough physical player for Melfort. They would certainly miss not having him there. He actually played in the showcase and played very well as well.
Yeah, he's a tough hombre, I'll tell you that.
He's one of those guys, again, everybody in the league hates to play against, but you're happy he's on your team.
Man, he'd be great to have on your team. Yeah, he's struggling.
Well, he is up there. Hopefully he's all right. Like I said, it looked like to me, and I could be wrong, but I thought he tried to avoid the hit. They got crossed up. I thought he went down awkwardly. The good news is he seems to have some weight on that leg.
Yeah.
So he should be, hopefully, be able to stay in the game.
He's going right to the dressing room, Rob.
Yeah, they might want to have a little bit of a better look at it. Thornton, another big, tough defenseman, and Thornton, like we said, had that bad injury last year himself. So this Mustang team, they've been able to weather the storm with a lot of tough injuries the last 2 years. Trevor Blevins, I don't think he's happy with Blevins' the slashing call against Shepard. I think he's kind of commenting about. Might have a point on that one. Penny Beck is going to be our Pepsi Power Play contestant, by the way. 4th opportunity for Flin Flon the game.
Really haven't had any success on the power play.
No, she gets her products at Eddie's Family Foods. So good luck to, again, another longtime Flin Flon Bomber supporter in Penny Beck. Bombers win the face-off. Back the blue line to Leopard. Can't shoot it. Got crossed up, and quickly the puck will come out. Hunks back. Westerland all over him.
Tackled him.
And he knocks him to the ice. The puck is picked up by Ringer, and he'll take off here for Flin Flon. Ryder Ringer, the best chance tonight for Flin Flon offensively, way back in the opening period. The only chance really in tight on Malacca in this game. As the Mustangs have just played an absolute beauty of the game defensively, Westerland. That one got knocked down. Ringer will pick it up. Ringer back of the goal. Head Semp out front. Ringer got to get back out front. Lost a handle. Picked up and fired off the boards by Thornton. Hit the lines. Puck comes back to center. Here's Leopard. Feeds it back to Ringer over top of his stick. Thornton cut that one off, and back down the Bomber blue line. Hunks waits for it. Feeds it back to Leopard. Leopard forced inside his own zone. Back of the goal it goes to Leopard. 1:10 to go in the power play. And Flin Flon again having a tough time getting up the ice. Gruner tapped it ahead. Here's Sepp down the wing out front. He had a guy there, Ringer, but he can't get it. Cox knocked it away. And back down the ice. It looked like something might be happening there, but Cox able to break it up. Here's keeper out of his own net around the boards. Turner will intercept. He'll fire that towards the front of that. It goes wide. Down to 45 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Anthony Piccinino. What a showcase he had.
Yeah.
Piccinino. Off the right side to Joey Lees across the line. He'll rip that one in. Sights. Tried to knock it down the corner. He's tied up. Piccinino tried to dig it free. Cormier leads the team with power play goals with 7. I can't understand why he doesn't get more power play time. That just boggles my mind. Anyway, the puck is hammered off the board. Past Tanchuk down the ice it goes. Keeper stops it. Just 15 seconds to go, and deja vu again. They cannot get anything going. What a penalty kill. Tanchuk almost gave it away. He's got to be careful here. Had Bitter on top of him. He'll fight him off. He'll get it to center, but that's going to do it for another power play. I don't think Flin Flon had a shot on that one either, did they, Mike?
They've had 3 shots in the period, Rob, so they must have had at least one, but I certainly don't remember it.
I don't remember one on the power play. I remember one chance by Stitten early in the period. Anyway, Mustangs kill another one. Flin Flon 0 for 4 in the game. Mustangs back to 5 aside. This is Hutchinson along the wall. Back out front it goes. Intercepted by Piccinino, but nowhere to go. He'll get it ahead to Cormier. Cormier, look out! Hutchinson takes a run at him. The Melfort bench obviously will cheer that one on. And Thornton will pick up the puck back in his own net. Had to get away from Stitten, who's probably been the best bomber forward in this game. Back to center ice. Leopard breaks it up. Try to come back to Ewan. He can't do anything with it. Knocked off his stick. Set back inside the Flin Flon zone. There's Keeper. Dished it off quickly. Cote in there. He'll knock it down. Takes Stitten down. Bombers get it out, though. There's a pass for Alexander. The human cannonball at center. He'll dump that one in. Turner will chase it down back of the Melfort net. Goes into the corner. Picked up by Stitten. Cote tied up with him. Stitten banging away with Alexander. Turner dug it free. Stitten on top of him. Good pressure here by this Bomber line. Great work by Ewan back of the net. Try to knock it down. Ewan gets a chance. Centers it out front. Hutchinson, the blue line. Leopard gets a stick on it. Can't hold it in, though. Puck picked up here by Hutchinson. Loses the handle. Flin Flon will dump it back in. There's Malacca. Feeds it to Andrusiak. Back to Turner. Couple former Western Hockey Leaguers there, but Piccinino intercepts. Tried to play it back to blue line. Nobody there. Picked up here by Ashton Paul. Paul couldn't get away from Hunks. He'll dump the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. There's Cole Tanchuk. Tanchuk in the corner. Bumped off the play. Puck laying there by Salomar. Salomar out front and backhander. Just got it to go wide. And Hunks had lost his stick. Here's Ashton Paul's chance. He'll rip that one wide. And poked ahead by Piccinino, trying to get on it. And knocked away here. Eisner comes back. Here's Hunks to center. Feeds it back to Tanchuk. Tanchuk ripped it in. Malaka taking no chances. He'll grab it as it goes to the side of the net. And, boy, not a lot of room out there at all in the second period. Either way, still scoreless. 14:51 to go. Bombers out shooting the Mustangs 3-0 here in the second period.
The Mustangs just standing the Bombers up at the blue line and not giving them a chance. It's the old trap. They're playing, and they're playing it very well. The Bombers just can't seem to get a pass to connect or anything.
We get a chance off the face-off. That's turned away from Malaka, but he's going to stop those all day long. Flin Flon not been able to get in tight on him at all in this game. Like I said, this really reminds me of Game 6 of the league final, almost to a T how this game is going. The only difference is the Mustangs scored a really early power play goal in that game and kind of rode that for most of the game until they got things going in the third period. This is Morrison inside his own zone. That pass not even close. Chips ahead. That's center ice by Muka, and Brusiak waits for it. They've always got two or three guys back, but there's a mistake. Stolen back up, but Cormier on the doorstep. A rare Mustang giveaway, and Malaka stops Cormier. What a save. That was a horrible giveaway from the Melfort net. You never see them do that. But some good forechecking by Flin Flon. Yakimchuk up front to horn. One-timer, Keith Gruner. And the Bombers will jump out 1-0. The Mustangs almost a picture-perfect game defensively, Mike Sweat. But a mistake that they don't capitalize on, but Flin Flon kept pressing. They couldn't get the puck out, and Keith Gruner, who's been absolutely lethal in front of that net, he doesn't miss from there. And boy, the Bombers, what a pass behind the net to go low glove side, and a 1-0 lead for Flin Flon. Keith Gruner, his 24th goal of the year. Like I said, having a tremendous season. And the Bombers find a way to take the 1-0 lead on a tremendous pass behind the net. That one lifted off the glass back inside the Flin Flon zone. And that one is blown down. So big goal by Keith Gruner.
Good to see Nolan Roberts made his way back to the bench. You see if he gets back on the ice. Blevins not excited or is upset at something. I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, I think maybe the icing.
Yeah, he wants to. He's saying something to the referee here. Anyway, face-off inside the Melfort zone. It'll come out. Puck will roll back to center ice. There's Lepper to Piccinino, but Keith Gruner, what a year he's having. You remember he missed a good chunk of time at the beginning of the year, but still leads the team with 24 goals, amongst the league leaders as well in that category. Lepper forced back in his own zone. Poked away that time, so the Mustangs are behind. We'll have to try to play catch-up. Mind you, it's just the one goal, but it's a pretty tight game. Another penalty coming up. Flin Flon's going to get one this time. Look out! We got Semp drilled, and he might be hurt here, Mike Sweat. Now, the original penalty was going to come to Flin Flon.
I think it was a hold.
But Melfort's going to get one for that, too, I would think, right?
I would think so.
He got drilled there.
Meunier, I don't... The Bombers are going to get a penalty. I thought Meunier was going to get one.
Well, that's what I thought, too. Trevor Blevins not happy at all. I think it should be both guys, maybe. But
yeah, Meunier is going to the bench. I'm sure he
that was the first penalty.
Yeah, he grabbed a hold of the player's jersey, and then that big, I guess, boarding or roughing.
Hutchinson takes the penalty here for Melfort. Look out, Trevor Blevins calling that a dive. I don't know if I agree with that. He hit him pretty hard. I don't think so. Not my opinion. Look, I mean, I cut on the corner of my eye, Mike, but it looked like he belted him pretty good the boards. Anyway, 13-13 to go, second period. It's starting to heat up here. And the Bombers a 1-0 lead on Keith Gruner's 24th of the year. Yakimchuk the lone assist on that one. And off the face-off, Keith Gruner's got the goal. He'll drop it back here to Tanchuk. Tanchuk circles back at his own blue line. 4-on-4 hockey for the first time tonight. Maybe that might get Flin Flon a little bit more offensive opportunities. Get those feet moving. Here's a nice pass to Lees. Lees lost the handle of Thornton. Thornton took it away from him. Like Mike mentioned, Roberts is back on the bench, so we're assuming that he'll be able to get back on the ice here at some point. Here's Lees to center. Lees gets it across the line, but no further as it's bumped away. Here comes Cote, one-on-one here against Hunks. Cote got the toe drag, got it in the corner. Cote will pick it up, leaves it there for Summers. Summers bumped off the play by Hunks. Flin Flon will play it ahead. Lees dishes it off to Gruner. Gruner across the line, hangs on, lets that one on target. Good save made, rebound laying there. Mustangs late clearing it, but they do get it ahead to Belton. Belton across the bomber line. Here's Belton. Belton trying to make a move. He'll carry it to the boards. Leper tied up with him. Big body check there as Paul comes over and drills Piccinino. Here comes Leper back the other way across the Melfort line. He'll bring it in deep. He gets dumped on the play. Roberts right back out there doing what he does best, and that's knocking people to the ice. Big, tough, physical D-man. They're happy to have him back. Definitely tough to play against. Here's Belton. The pass to Ashton Paul. Paul quickly across the line. Walked in. Good shot off the stomach that time of keeper. Leper has it. Feeds it ahead to Ringer. Back across the line. Here's Ringer. Feeds it back. Another penalty coming up. Here for Piccinino. He walks in. A glove save made by Malacca. Penalty in behind the play. Interference
Leper.
Call here, Mike Slep.
Leper a little shaken up on that one. I didn't see it, but it was right behind the play. Bombers go in 5-on-3 here. 4-on-3. Sorry, Rob.
Roberts will take the penalty for interference. And Trevor Blevins, if he was angry before, he's even angrier now. Doesn't like the differential in power plays, and he certainly has a point. It's 5 power plays now to 1 in this hockey game.
Boy, the referees take a lot of abuse, don't they, Rob?
They certainly do. Ron Dixon, just the power play contestant this time, gets his products at the Red Apple. Good luck to Ronnie. And we'll see if Flin Flon can get something going. A 4-on-3 chance. Liam Hunks to center. He'll carry the puck inside the Mustang zone. Along the boards here to Cohen Semp. To keep Gruner. Gruner will knock it down. Feeds it back to Hunks. Semp top of the right circle. Back to Hunks to the blue line. Back to Ringer. Ringer had to be careful. He had Hutchinson on top of him. Ringer in the corner. Along the boards, they get it back to Tanchuk. Tanchuk slides the pass over to Hunks. A quick chance. Knocked out front. Ringer picked up the rebound. Oh, he had a guy open up front. He throws it behind Gruner. Tanchuk knocked it down. Hunks again. Back to Tanchuk. Well covered. Not a lot of room in there. Hutchinson races after it. He'll knock it down, but he can't clear. Tanchuk back out front. Here's Ringer. Tried to come out front to Semp, but Thornton broke that one up. Puck bounces. Picked up by Semp. Blue line. Hunks walks in, shoots it, hits somebody in front, rebound out front to Semp. He can't convert. Flin Flon holding it in. Good work by Ringer along the boards. Ryder Ringer battling here, and the Mustang Shepherd gets it free. What a penalty killer he is. And this will force Tanchuk back inside his own zone. Hunks' pass gets blocked by Shepherd. Puck laying there, grabbed by Semp. 38 seconds to go in the power play. Dropped it back to Cormier. Cormier can't shoot. Back to Tanchuk. He'll rip it on target, and that hits the stick and goes wide. Shepherd gets the rebound, and down the ice it goes. Matthew Keeper, not really tested in this second period, comes out and he almost mishandled it. 23 seconds to go in the power play. Here's another opportunity for Leo Seitz. Puck bounces. He lost that one. Cormier loses his glove. Here's Turner. Turner short-handed across the bomber line. Turner hangs on, rips that off the blocker that time of Keeper. Puck laying back of the net. Just 5 seconds to go in the power play. Puck pushed back to Piccinino at center. He'll have to hurry. 3 Bombers are on it, though. Here's Piccinino down the left side. Shoots it. That one goes wide. Back to 5 aside. Turner will pick it up with the Flin Flon power play. 0 for 5 in this game. Unger goes back to get it. Unger inside his own zone. Feeds that one back up the middle. Good pass to Ashton Paul. Paul to the middle of the ice. Ripped it on target. Good shot. Good save by Keeper, who followed it. Paul gets it back, and he whipped on it. He'll come back to center. Jakobchuk tried to poke that one ahead, but Roberts got there first. He'll tap it back in the Flin Flon zone. Here comes the Mustangs. Chance out front. They'll rip that in a big... Shepherd goes down. Or sorry, that's Monroe that gets knocked in. Look out, Ashton Paul not happy. Monroe going down. Looks like he's favoring his knee here, Mike Slip, and this doesn't look good.
No, and And I think we're going to see 2 Bomber penalties and 1 to Melfort. That's my initial thought, Rob.
Ashton Paul went right after Marsden. And Monroe, there was a lot of action. He's favoring his knee. He went down right away. Marsden's going to take a penalty. He comes over. He's having a conversation here with Cote, I believe. But we'll see. It could be 2 penalties and 1 goal here for the Bombers. Marsden, does he get both of them, Mike?
I don't know, Rob. I thought, well, there was the young man who hurt his knee. I don't know if there was a penalty called on that, and then there was roughing behind the net afterwards.
Monroe looks like at least he's going to be able to stay in the game, but he was favoring his knee. He went down.
I don't know. He hasn't put any weight on that thing, but
he's getting to the bench, though.
I didn't think Roberts was going to come back and back the game. I was wondering if Roberts might have had a cramp or something. Because he's a tough character. It's not like that he would lay on the ice.
I think you could almost make the claim that he's the toughest guy to play against in the league.
Absolutely.
That Melfort blue line's just phenomenal. I mean, it's one of the reasons why they're the top team in this league. But he in particular is a nasty, nasty guy you don't want to play against.
No, and he's a good hockey player on top of it.
Yeah, like I said, he was at the showcase and he played well. So they're trying to iron things out here. Monroe went down. I'm not sure what happened to him. Paul took exception to it, went after Marsden right away, who did go to the penalty box. And he's having quite the conversation down here with Ashton Paul.
I think there's, yes, I thought Stinton is going.
Ashton Paul took a penalty as well.
I think Stinton got the original call.
Okay.
With the knee injury. I didn't see what happened.
8:57 to go. Shots are now 13-12 Bombers. They lead at 1-0.
It's
a goal by Keith Gruner is 24th from Yakimchuk back at the 5:59 mark.
Bombers having a better second period. That last part,
a little bit more room.
Although they didn't score, they were moving the puck around a bit. They were able to set up for a little while.
Now they've got penalties on both sides of the board here. I'm not sure if it's the power play for Melfort or not. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 5 out there compared to Flin Flon's 4, so Melfort just their second power play of the game. Trying to tie things up here, 8:57 to go in the second period. So here we go, Zach Summers.
Linesman waiting for the scoreboard to be fixed, they think, get the other penalty up there.
Yeah, so Summers will take the face-off here against Keith Gruner, and the Mustangs the power play for just the second time tonight, like we mentioned. Off the face-off, Mustangs try to dig it free. Goes back to that. That's picked up by Tanchuk up the boards. Summers waited for it. He'll throw it in the corner. Chance in front for Belton, but they knocked that one out. Remember, Belton will be a key. He leads the league with 10 power play goals. Here's Keith Gruner with the steal. Gruner short-handed, cutting down the ice. Keith Gruner back out front, and Semp had to go off his skate. But a great effort here by Keith Gruner, who does have a goal in the game. And like I said, 4 short-handed goals on the season. What a year he's had. Andrusiak to Thornton. Thornton quickly across the Bomber line. He'll bring it in deep. Thornton back in the goal. Hunks is there. He'll wrap that around the boards. He'll get enough of it to get it out. Andrusiak forced back at his own blue line. Ringer will force him back. 1:15 to go in the Melfort power play. 8:10 to go in the second period. It's a 1-0 Flin Flon lead. Here's Summers. Off his skate. Got it back momentarily. Then it comes over to Andrusiak. He'll drop it back in the Melfort zone to Thornton. With Andrusiak, who didn't play against the Bombers the last time that they were in Melfort October the 30th, but they won the game anyway. Belton will bring it in. Belton back of the net. That's Summers in there as well. That's picked up by Hunks. Shovel it along the boards. Ringer can't get it out. Andrusiak. For Summers in the corner. Back out front to Andrusiak. Andrusiak looking for a lane. Gets that one to Turner. A hard shot. Good save made by keeper. And the rebound sent back down the ice. 34 seconds to go in the power play. Turner will go back and pick up the puck back at the Melfort goal. 17-13 the shots now in favor of the Mustangs, trying to tie this game. Roberts takes the pass. He's across the line. That one knocked away, but Cote will get it in the corner. Here's Cote deep in Flin Flon territory. Back of the goal it goes. They'll work it back up front to Cote. Turner at the left point. Gets rid of that one quickly. Gets the return pass. Turner looking for a lane. Now he shoots it. That got blocked. Came right back to him. Along the boards to Roberts. Back out front. There's alone in front of the net that time. Was the Mustangs. They couldn't cash in. Roberts gets it again. Back door. Save made. Puck is loose. And keeper will hang on. The penalty is over. But you take a look at the difference in the two power plays tonight, Mike. A lot more offensive zone time for the Mustangs. They had a lot of chances in front of that Flin Flon Bomber net.
Roberts in the mix there. Is it the timeout? I think it is, Rob.
6:49 to go. Second period. We'll take a break. Flin Flon leads at 1-0. Keith Gruner's team leading 24th of the season. The difference right now on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
McDonald's at your Walmart location is proud to present the Showdown menu in honor of two of the big elite players in the NHL, Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. The Showdown menu puts the new barbecue quarter pounder in honor of Austin Matthews up against the McDavid burger, the popular Big Mac. McDonald's also presenting their all-new triple cheeseburger known as the Hat Trick. The new sandwiches and all your McDonald's favorites available at your Flin Flon drive-thru location all week from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. McDonald's and Flin Flon, proud to support hockey and proud to support your Flin Flon Bombers.
Bailey Homes provides ready-to-move homes as unique as you and your family. They'll be at the 102.9 CFAR Trade and Leisure Show this spring to answer any questions you may have, whether it be from the quality of the build to the care of the move. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. They have the experience delivering custom-made homes to the north. Find out more by calling 1-855-773-0217 or visit bailey-homes.ca.
6:48 remaining, second period. Face-off in the Flin Flon zone. The left of the goaltender, Matthew Keeper, the reigning SJHL goalie of the week. Stopped all 17 shots in his direction so far as the Bombers will work it outside the zone. There's a backhand pass for Cormier. He'll race after. Look out, he drilled Eisner. Puck, though, picked up by Roberts, and he'll flip it ahead. There's Shepard, got to the blue line. Flin Flon did hold it in. That was pretty close, but they sold it well if it did, in fact, come out. You see the Melfort bench disagree, so he must have held it in. Puck will bounce off the blocker. That time Malaka Flin Flon has to try to come back out front to Cormier. Hits a stick, bouncing puck. Tanchuk gets it back in. Muka got drilled in front of the Melfort net. I guess if you stand there, you're going to get here. With this big physical D, you're going to expect to get hit. Here's Eisner. Back of the goal. Left it there for Roberts. Roberts off the boards. Intercepted here by Mounier. Mounier. He'll feed it back to Tanchuk. Mounier. He'll take a look. Back up the middle. Try to come back to Stinton. That's an icing call. Blown down with 5:48 remaining in the second period. Again, it remains a 1-0 Flin Flon lead. Broncos lead the Stars 5-3 in the third. Nippo and Melville still tied up at 2 in the third period. And Estevan, a 4-2 lead on Weyburn late in the second period. Wow. Their games in the SJHL tonight. Estevan played Weyburn tough last night, like I mentioned. That took him to overtime. Stinton set for the face-off here against Cote. Mustangs win the draw to the blue line. Just held in that time by Unger. In the corner for Cote. Round of the room. There's Ashton Paul, a big hit. Boy, I've been impressed with Ashton Paul tonight.
Yeah, he's played great.
He's really brought his A game here. Probably very excited about this game back in Flin Flon. Cote taking down. The Mustangs won the call there. Cote try to fight off the check. Back in the goal for Ashton Paul as he takes Mounier down. Penalty. He goes down, and he's going to draw a penalty. This one going to go, I think, against Wyatt Stinton.
And he's not happy. Wyatt Stinton doesn't say much, but he's sure not happy about this one.
Well, you knew when you go up 5-1 at power plays, you're going to see some even calls come the other way. We'll see what the Mustangs can do on their third power play of the night. They're 0 for 2 here tonight, but boy, Ashton Paul, I think this is what Flin Flon was hoping for when they had him last year.
Well, yeah. You know,
big physical guy. He's done a little bit of everything in this game. He skates well, he shot the puck well, and he's been getting in there and trying to make things happen.
I think he's the best Mustang out there. There's been quite a few. You know, Cote's had a good game too, but Paul, he's got a bird in his saddle. I don't think he was happy to get moved last year.
No, he's making the most of his return for sure. That one comes in front of that. It's picked up and fired off the boards back down the ice, and I would agree. He has been one of the best Melfort Mustangs tonight. Turner will go back inside his own zone. 1:45 to go in the power play. Here comes Turner. That one ends up hitting Cote's skate. He'll bring it in. Knocked away from him. Poked ahead. Here's a catch for Gruner. The short-handed break. Gruner in alone. Keep Gruner. Shoot. Scores! That's 5 short-handed goals on the here. What a phenomenal goal.
Fantastic. What a year, like you say, Rob. Keith Gruner. What more can you say about his play? Face-off man, short-handed goal scorer.
2-0. Keith Gruner's got both the goals, his 5th short-handed goal of the year, 25th of the season. The Bombers are taking a 2-0 lead here with 4.5 to go in this second period. Mustangs remain on the power play from the minute 15. Here's Summers. Back to Belton. Belton trying to get free. Like we said, he could score 10 power play goals for him. And Rusiak will hold it in. Along the boards to Summers. Summers in the corner. Gets a return pass out front, and he'll rip that over top of the net. Thornton can't knock it down. The puck will come back to the Melfort blue line, and that's picked up here by Andrusiak. They'll dish it off to Thornton. Here comes Thornton to Summers. Quickly down the left side. Summers cutting in. Gets a shot, didn't miss by much. I think it caught the stick. And went up over the netting just over top of the glass, but blown down with 4:06 to go. And 47 seconds remaining in the Melfort power play. What a big shorthanded goal here by Keith Gruner.
Yeah, as we said, just fantastic, Keith Gruner. Did you get the...
I don't think there is an assist on it.
No assist, you're right, Rob.
He picked it up in the neutral zone and went flying in by himself.
He chipped it, and away he went, you're right.
Summers against Lees. Lees wins the face-off deep in the Flin Flon zone. Like we said, the Mustangs in the power play for another 41 seconds, trying to get one of these goals back here. Lees will shot this one down the ice. Malacca will knock it down back of it, and that's where the Mustangs will start things off. Andrusiak, the big veteran D-man, swings the pass back to Summers. He'll come back to center. Thornton will tap that one in, but they're going to say that he was offside. So they'll blow it down with 3:41 to go. Shots 18-15 Mustangs here on the frontline shot clock. So far in the second period, Bombers out shooting the Mustangs 12-8 after only having 3 shots in the opening period tonight.
Joey Lee's getting some penalty kill time. Last night I saw him calling penalties in the U13 tournament. He was refereeing the game before. Kenny Marquardt was the referee. And the guys did a great job, both of them.
Face off outside the Flin Flon Bomber blue line. Lee's digging in here against Saddlemeyer. Another big face-off win for Flin Flon as Lepper will send it down the ice. Malacca out of his net, stopped that, threw it back to that quickly to Eisner. Eisner ahead to Turner. Turner will take off. Turner to center. Fanned on it, got it back, goes it across the line, that's offside. And that'll do it for the power play now with Lepper touching up. So Melfort is 0 for 3, and these two teams are combined 0 for 8, but a big shorthanded goal by Flin Flon here in the second period. Alexander in there. On the boards to Ewan, he can't get it. Turner has it. Back up to Saddlemeyer at center. Saddlemeyer lost the handle. Picked up here by Tanchuk. Look out, he got held up, couldn't get the puck free. Mustangs almost made him pay. Puck will come back to the Melfort blue line. Turner's got it. Got to move that ahead to Westerland. Lepper there to intercept that. He took a bit of a slash there. A couple good slashes. Takes one in the face here. Mustangs have it. They come out front. The puck inside the Bomber net. They try to jam it in. Alexander looking for it in his skates. Can't clear it out. Melfort holds it deep. There's Tanchuk. Back of his own net. Over to Lepper. He's got some room. He'll take it. Luke Lepper up the left side. Nice pass. Skitton blocking in. He gets a shot away. Kicked away. Right pad save made that time by the Mustang netminder. Puck turned over at center. Skitton's got it again. Skitton will get a hold of it. Shepard takes a run at him as the puck will roll inside the Mustang zone. There's a big body check there. Musa comes over. That takes a run at Roberts. Patterson up the left side. Gets away from Hunks. He'll get it in deep. 2:03 to go. Boy, it's really picking up for the physical department here in this second period. League's top 2 clubs squaring off. Melfort has the puck. Binner walked out front. That one got blocked. Binner got it again. Got tied up and couldn't shoot it. 3 Bombers away. Here's Cormier to Gruner. Back to Cormier. Nuka tried to get in front of the net, but the puck in behind them. And Patterson will grab a hold of it. Patterson leaves it back to the net here for Andrusiak. 1.5 minutes to go. Up the boards for Unger. Unger, look out.
Geez, that one did get up here. You all right, Rob?
Yeah, I did. It just missed me. Puck deflected, came right up here, just missed me. That'll be a souvenir here. We're okay. They're concerned about me, eh, Ben? I hope so.
I was too.
Puck flipped right up here. Look out. I almost had that. That was the story of my hockey career.
I got by you.
I almost had it.
Blocker side.
It's laying in the back of the booth here. Got a big souvenir here, but we're back at it. Minute 28 to go. I think that's the first puck that's come up here this year, right?
Yeah.
That's some close calls.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Here's a chance in front here for Semp. He was open up front and couldn't knock it home. Puck picked up here by Paul. He'll flip it back in here from Monroe. He tried to come back out front. The puck got knocked down back of the net. That's picked up by Piccinino. Eisner knocked off the play. Puck comes out. Ashton Paul flips it back to Turner. Exactly a minute to go here in the second period. Mustangs ice the puck in a great period here for Flin Flon. The big thing for them is don't get scored on in the final 56 seconds.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right, Rob. We've had some close calls. I don't know if I've seen one actually make it into the booth.
There's been a few throughout the years.
Snuck by the blocker, Rob Hart blocker side.
Trying to find the puck in here, and I can't. It disappeared. Anyway, 56 seconds to play here in the second period. Face off inside the Mustang zone. The Bombers win the draw. Yakimchuk, that shot got blocked. Gruner tied up. The puck lifted back to center. Here's Liam Hunks for Flin Flon. Back up the middle. Keith Gruner's got it. Passes it over to Muka. Muka will race after it. Bumping with Eisner. Flin Flon gets it in deep. Knocked away, though. This is Ashton Paul. Boy, what a game he's had. Ahead to Monroe. He'll tap it in. Ran out of room there. Paul taking a run here at Yakimchuk. And Gruner will lift it ahead. Here's a chance for Cormier. One-on-one with Roberts. Cormier, the left side, shoots it. They ripped out over top of the net. Muka's got the puck back out front. Cormier was there and had the redirection. Just went wide. Gruner will hold it in. Summers will pick it up for the Mustangs. He was looking for a call. He was tied up. Got the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Hunks to pick it up. And boy, if you want playoff atmosphere and playoff intensity, Mike Sliff, we had both those in the second period here tonight.
We sure did. It was a good period by the Flin Flon Bombers. They were able to get some pressure. They didn't have sustained pressure, but when they did have pressure, a great shot by Cormier and then Gruner there to finish it off, and then a great goal on the breakaway by Gruner. He had to make a good stick and tap it forward and was able to beat the Mustang defender.
We'll take a break. The second intermission show's coming up here for the co-op tonight, but boy, what a period it was for the Flin Flon Bombers. Keith Gruner's 24th and 25th of the season. This is Crate Furniture Flin Flon Bomber Hockey on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
The last thing you want to do after a long day is making supper, and no one wants to go back into the cold, which is why Chicken Chef will deliver right to your door. Enjoy their signature chicken or tasty pizza Tuesday to Saturday from noon until 7:30. You can have all your favorites from Chicken Chef in the comfort of your own home. Order online at chickenchef.ca, a click away from it always feeling like home. There are many reasons to get new furniture, but if you need some help convincing yourself, Creighton Furniture is there to show you some new and interesting items that may just scream you. Furniture is the backdrop to our lives, for sitting and sleeping, but also to express our sense of style. And as our needs change, so should our furniture. You can stop teasing yourself with pictures of someone else's stuff. Drop into Creighton Furniture today and get some drool-worthy pieces of your own. They're here, they're local, and they have it all. Creighton Furniture, make it your first stop. Whether you're waist deep in snow or just itching to head out into the bush, find the perfect power sports product at Frontline Sport and Leisure. There isn't a more knowledgeable staff to put you on the ideal off-road vehicle or snowmobile. Find the ride or the parts you're looking for. Plus, Frontline has all the gear and clothing to keep you warm and dry. Call 688-3333 or visit them on Coronation Drive in Creighton at Frontline Sport and Leisure.
And we're back here at the Whitney Forum. Boy, we're just chatting, Mike. I guess you mentioned it both on the air and off during that commercial break. It's a tremendous period of hockey.
Yeah, that's what we expected. First period was a good period. It was just so tight checking. Nothing was moving, but that period was a little more freewheeling, and the Bombers were able to capitalize, like I said, before the break. So great period. It's going to be a great third period, I'm sure. We saw Coach Blevins in Coach Blevins mode. He wasn't happy with a number of calls, but we know that Coach Reagan can get that way, too. It's always fun when those two go head-to-head.
Well, we had 2 goals in the second period, both scored by the Bombers and both scored by Keith Gruner. He gets his 24th at the 5:59 mark. It's tremendous. Again, it was a Mustang mistake. It was a chance for Cormier. Malacca stopped him. The puck stayed in.
Yeah.
And they get a second opportunity. Keith Gruner just burying it out front. A beautiful shot. For his 24th of the year, Jakubchuk the assist, like I mentioned. And then a shorthanded goal. Boy, the Bombers have just been so lethal. 12 shorthanded goal as a team.
Crazy.
5th by Keith Gruner this year. He gets the turnover. He can turn the puck over the neutral zone in the power play. They're going to give up a chance the other way. That's exactly what happened. He went in alone and made just an absolutely beautiful move here on Malacca. Fake like he's going to go glove hand, brought it across, and a beautiful goal, low blocker side. Second of the night, 25th of the year. And like I said, his 5th shorthanded goal. An absolute beauty here to put Flin Flon up 2-0 after 2. Shots for 15-8 Bombers in the second period.
And 1 on Rob Hart.
Yeah, the Bombers and the Mustangs tied up with 18 now after 40 minutes of play. But boy, great period for Flin Flon. We'll see what they can do with a 2-0 lead coming out here for the third. No doubt it'll be a very hungry Melfort team. We really saw that after the Bombers got the second goal there, Mike, that Melfort was really coming on physically. And we're really trying to make things happen. So should be an interesting third period tonight.
It'll be fun to watch. So if you're not here, tune in and buckle up, because it's going to be a good third period.
So in the Flin Flon Bombers lead after 40 minutes of play this year, they are a perfect 24-0. When the Mustangs trail after 2 this year, which hasn't been often, they're 2-5. We'll see what happens tonight. Keith Gruner, a pair of goals, is 24th and 25th, the difference right now. We'll take one more break, come back with our Flin Flon Bomber Legend Series. Tyson Empy will be our guest in the second intermission. Now a member of the Manitoba Moose. He captained the played 4 years with Flin Flon.
Teammate of my son's.
Captained the last year. Great guy. Won an American Hockey League championship with the Hershey Bears last year. Went to the Moose in the off season, and apparently plans on maybe going to play some hockey over in Europe before it's all said and done. But had a chance to catch up with them last week. They actually ran on one of the Southern Road Swing broadcasts, but I thought replay it tonight for the fans once again in Flin Flon. But you don't find many nicer guys than Tyson Empy, and boy, he really shows you what hard work and determination can do. He was never given anything.
Yeah.
He had to work so hard to get everything he's had, and he's a real good example for a lot of good young hockey players now.
Well, I remember him playing for the Bombers with my son Connor for his first year and a half here. And Tyson was a good player. He wasn't the best player on the ice, but boy, oh boy, he came around, and now look at him. He's making a living playing hockey, which is fantastic.
In the second best league in the world.
Absolutely. And let's not forget Don Badul.
Yes, 2 Bombers actually in the American Hockey League as we speak. Anyway, we'll take one quick break, come back with Tyson Empy. The Bomber Legend Series is next here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Still overflowing with stock from the Christmas season, Shane's is having a store-wide clearance sale where tons of merchandise will be available at discount prices. For great deals on quality products, kick off the new year right at Shane's store-wide sale. It's happening now at Shane's in the Otinica Mall.
And good evening and welcome to our second intermission tonight as we're joined by former Flin Flon Bomber Tyson Empy, who of course played 4 years with the Flin Flon Bombers between 2012 and 16, all part of our Flin Flon Bomber Legend Series tonight. Tyson, thanks for doing this. I know you've gone on to the NCAA. You played for multiple professional teams, now a member of the Manitoba Moose, but I'm sure your time with Flin Flon probably just seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I still remember my very first day when I got there and showed up for main camp. Never even heard of Flin Flon before, but I showed up and everything was beautiful. I couldn't imagine playing junior in a different city.
And, of course, the Bomber career went very well for you. Like we mentioned, you played 4 years, put up 192 points, had a chance to be the captain. You mentioned your first day. When you kind of reflect on your Bomber career, what are some of the things that you fondly remember there, Tyson?
I mean, I definitely remember my first game, getting to play at home ice, the home opener there. My rookie season, I'll never forget that, stepping out on the ice in the Whitney Forum for the first time. And then hard to forget the playoff run we had my 20-year-old year there. We lost to Melfort in the finals, but we had the whole Moose Leg ordeal against Weyburn, and ended up beating them, and then we beat North Battleford, the #1 seed, and went on to the finals. So never forget that run.
And that was a fun run, and if I'm not mistaken, that North Battleford series, I think that was the game where Zimmer was able to score in double overtime, was it not?
Yep. Yeah, it was.
And that was, of course, very exciting because that was the first time the Bombers had been in the league finals since 92-93. I mean, they've been several times since then, but that was a really big deal getting the team back to the finals, was it not?
Yeah, it was huge. I remember it had been, like, what'd they say, like 25 years or 30 years or something, so it was pretty cool getting back there. I just wish we could have got the job done for everyone.
What do you remember about the finals against Melfort? I remember you won handily the first game there, and I remember that there was like a disallowed goal, I think, in game number 6 as well. When you reflect on that series, what do you think about?
I mean, yeah, I remember that first game. We rolled in there and kind of steamrolled in the first game. I can't remember what the score was exactly.
6-1, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And you know, we were feeling pretty good about ourselves, and we knew that they were going to come out strong the next game, and they did. And you know, it was a good series. But I just remember they had their trash cans or whatever that they're banging on behind the bench and everything. Pretty loud atmosphere there. And then just playing at home, I just remember, you know, we had a sold-out barn. Just that feeling skating out, everyone waving the white towels around and the horn going off and everything. It was a pretty special moment.
Well, like we mentioned, the atmosphere of the Whitney Forum's chance, of course, to go on, like we said, play with the NCAA and different professional stops. I'm pretty sure this Flin Flon crowd's comparable to, is as good as it gets compared to anywhere else, I would think, right?
Oh, yeah, the atmosphere in the Whitney Forum is unmatched. I mean, just everyone's so into it, and, you know, you make a big hit or a good scoring chance, everyone in the rink is paying attention, knows what's going on, and you can feel that energy when you're on the ice.
You mentioned your 20-year-old season. You mentioned going to the finals. You're also the captain of the team that year. I'm sure that's something that's pretty special in your career as well.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I'm the most proud of throughout my career. Getting to wear the C for Flin Flon Bombers was, you know, probably the most historic junior franchise. So definitely very proud of that. I still got, you know, a jersey and some pictures up in my room at home. So definitely very proud of that.
You got on, of course, a very good hockey career. You're still playing. You play for the Manitoba Moose now. You went on to the NCAA, played there for a few years. Then the Tucson Roadrunners. You spent some time even in the ECHL. Then, of course, made your way back to the American Hockey League. Won a championship. Well, I guess I'll start with the Calder Cup championship with Hershey last year. You and I were kind of chatting before we went to air. Pretty special place to play. And it's tough to win a championship at any caliber of hockey. Is that kind of the highlight of your career so far, winning that Calder Cup last year?
Yeah, being able to be a part of that playoff run was definitely pretty special. I mean, they say Hershey is the 33rd or whatever NHL team, 31st NHL team, whatever. And it shows, like, you have regular season games where it's sold out. You got over 10,000 fans. The rink is really nice, and they just treat you fantastic there. And being able to be a part of that run and, you know, see what that's like and the grind that you got to go through to win a championship is pretty special, and that's definitely something I'll never forget.
Now, tell me how you wound up there, because I know you played with Tucson. You went to the Atlantic Glaciers of the ECHL. How'd you wind up at Hershey? How did that all kind of work out?
Yeah, I just finished the year with Tucson, and Hershey had reached out saying that they needed a little more grit in their lineup, and thought that was a spot that I could fill. So I took the opportunity there. Didn't end up sticking there the whole season. I was down in South Carolina with the Stingrays for majority of the season, but up and down up for a couple months with Hershey, and then brought back up a couple weeks before playoffs and stayed up there for the whole playoff run. So it was, I mean, obviously would have liked to be in the American League all season, and maybe there's other teams where I might have had more opportunity to do that, but being on a team as good as Hershey and getting the opportunity to be a champion is definitely worth it.
Now, heading into the playoffs, were you guys expecting to win, or did you just kind of build momentum as you went by each round?
No, I mean, we were definitely expecting to win. We were first in the league by quite a bit. I don't even know if we had double-digit losses till, I mean, it was late in the year. But we were definitely expecting to win, and then played Cleveland in the semifinals, and we were up 3-0, and they battled back and pushed it to Game 7. That was kind of sketchy, and managed to get the job done, and then played Coachella and beat them in 6.
So kind of the favorite team to actually get it done. But as we know, it doesn't necessarily mean if you're favored, you don't necessarily always win. So it obviously came together for you guys pretty good in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, it's still every game was a battle. You know, it's not like we were blowing out teams. There's a lot of 2-1, 3-2 games, empty netted goals, whatever. Like, they're all tight games, but we just had a team that knew how to win, knew how to close out those close games in the playoffs, and that's really what it came down to.
Did you? So you wound up with the Manitoba Moose. Were you thinking you were going to stay out? Did you know it was just a temporary stuff with Hershey? Talk about the transformation between Hershey and then becoming a member of the Manitoba Moose, where, of course, you are today.
Yeah, so season ended, obviously, very well with Hershey. We got to lift the cup, and they had mentioned that they'd like to have me back, and I just kind of told them that I'd like to consider some other options, just if there's more opportunity for me to play a bit bigger role in the American League. And Manitoba was one of those teams that reached out. They needed some more toughness and depth in their fourth line, so took an opportunity there. I thought it was a great chance to get to play closer to home. Never played in Canada before. My family hasn't been able to watch me play too much. I've been pretty far from home, so worked out really good. Been getting to play quite a bit, and my family's been up to visit lots, so definitely very happy with the decision and just getting to experience what it's like to play professionally in Canada.
And you were telling me that they treat you pretty well with Manitoba.
Yes, they treat us very well. We got, omelet bar at the rink every morning. We got really nice gym that we share kind of with the Jets in the practice rink, and skills coaches every day, that kind of thing. So definitely all the tools you need if you want to get better. They definitely care about developing players and trying to, move their prospects up to the next level and help everyone become the best player they can. So it's definitely been a great spot for me.
You mentioned getting up to the next level. So that's still kind of a dream of yours, Tyson, maybe one day to get a chance to suit up in the NHL?
I mean, that's everyone's dream, I'm getting a little older now, 29 years old, but obviously still working every day to be the best player I can, and you never know.
What are the Moose's chances? You guys have a chance to have a good playoff push this year?
We've been struggling to put wins together this year. We had a good road trip a couple weeks ago where we got 9 out of 10 points, but we're definitely going to have a good second half here if we want to make a push for the playoffs. So we're looking to turn this thing around and maybe start stringing some wins together.
Sounds good. Before I let you go, I'm assuming you still kind of follow how the Bombers are making out today?
Yep. Yeah, I still follow them on Instagram and stuff and check on all that.
And they say once you're a Bomber, always a Bomber. I'm assuming you probably still keep in contact with some of your teammates that you played with back in Flin Flon, like we mentioned, between 2012 and 16.
Yep. Yeah, some of the 20-year-olds I played with, Al Smith, Joel Kosher, sometimes send each other messages on Instagram and stuff like that. Every once in a while, I'll shoot Regs a text too and everything. So, no, it's definitely one of the best 4 years of my life, and made a lot of very important relationships, and nice to keep in contact with those guys.
Well, and the big thing with junior hockey, it really shapes the rest of your hockey career, not to mention your life. But you take a look at the 4 years you spent at Flin Flon, Tyson, a real good springboard to get you to where you are today.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and just getting the opportunity to play in Flin Flon, play 4 years there, and, they definitely, Regs and Chili helped a lot to move me on to to college, find me a school there, and if it wasn't for Flin Flon, who knows where I could have ended up. So definitely very thankful for everything they've done for me.
Well, great. I remember it vividly. Great to have you as part of the illustrious organization, Tyson. I certainly wish you the best of luck with the Manitoba Moose throughout the year, wherever your hockey career will take you. We certainly appreciate you doing this. Like I said, once a Bomber, always a Bomber. Thanks for your time, and hopefully talk to you again sooner than later.
All right, yeah. Call anytime. It was great talking with you.
And it was great talking with Tyson Empy, our Flin Flon Bomber Legend Series. We are back. Rob Hart might slip, but 2-0 Flin Flon lead just underway in the third. Here's Alexander trying to get in tight. Roberts, oh my goodness, what a body check that was. That just shows you how strong he is. He drilled him into the boards. Here's Hutchinson back the other way. Eisler gets a chance, and they'll give it back to Hutchinson. They come back out front. Puck is bouncing. Belton can't shoot. And Alexander will pick it up, and he'll start to skate away for Flin Flon again in center. Alexander spins, fires, didn't miss by much. Puck laying at the back of the Melfort net, and they'll blow that one down. Let's take a look at what's happening with the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Boy, the Humboldt Broncos, a 9-3 lead on Battleford there, Mike. Slipped late in the third. What's happened to the Stars?
I was just going to say Battleford is struggling. I don't know what's going on there.
They're giving up a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Not just tonight.
No, I know. The last, 2-3 weeks, it seems that.
Nipawin trailing Melville late 3-2, just over 2 minutes remaining in that one. And Fiesta Van Bruins, a 4-2 lead on Weyburn. Into the third period, but the Battleford Stars, they might have a tough time hanging on to a playoff spot here. Puck lifted ahead to Ashton Paul. Here he is across the Bomber line. Walked in a good shot again off the right shoulder, that time a keeper. Here comes Piccinino. Back to center. Across the line, going wide here on Thornton. He'll push it to the outside. Puck back of the Bomber net. Thornton will dig it free. Here's Thornton. And Semp on top of him, lost the corner. Chance in front, wide open with Piccinino. Spins, fires, fanned on it, didn't get any wood on it. Got it back, Flin Flon hold again. Chance for Ringer, and he'll rip it wide. Mounier at the blue line, his shot goes wide. Quite the battle in front here between Semp and Thornton. Ashton Paul will pick it up in the corner. Knocked away from him. Paul got it back, though. Around the boards he goes. Mounier races to keep it at the left side. He does. Thornton will knock it down back of the goal. Ringer with the steal. Ryder Ringer. Try to work it out front and hit a skate. Mounier going to race after it. Here's Mounier from a sharp angle. Try to come out front to Cormier. Paul has it. Can't clear. Flin Flon will hold it in. They'll rip that over top of the net. Ashton Paul after it again. Ashton Paul loses the handle. Cormier fired it on target. Right pad save made here by Balaka. The puck went inside the Mustang zone here for an eternity. Monroe hit hard along the boards. Cormier on top of him. Puck rolled back of it, picked up and fired ahead by Andrusiak. They do get it out. Ashton Paul at center. Nobody was with him, and Flin Flon will get it right back. Here's Ryder Muka. Muka to the high slot, a shot kicked away. Big save by Malaka. Puck rolled to the right point, held in by the Bombers again. Now it's set down the ice. That'll be an icing call. And we'll get to more scores here. MJHL action tonight. One game is complete. The Stampeders a 9-6 victory against the Freeze. Neepawa 2-1 lead on Winkler after 2. Wayway leads Selkirk 3-1 after 2. Dauphin continues to lead the Blizzard tonight 3-0 after 2. NHL Finals, Florida over Chicago 5-1. Boston doubled the Rangers 6-3. Ottawa, they've been playing good. They blanked Minnesota 6-0. The Leafs hold off the Oilers 4-3. Kings double Carolina 4-2. The Jets in overtime, they beat Washington 5-4. 2-0 our game here. Both goals by Keith Gruner just underway in the third period. Top two teams in the SJHL, Bombers and Mustangs, and what a game it's been. Bombers force that one back to center. That's picked up by Unger, and he'll rip it back in. Keeper going to race out of his net. It took a funny hop on back of the Bomber net. There's Jakubchuk up the board. Picked up here by Clark. Can't get it out. Now it comes out. Turner has it. He'll dump it in. Janchuk forced back with Saddlemeyer on top of him. Saddlemeyer in the corner. Works it back the blue line. Gets away from Turner. Clark's behind him. Clark will pick it up across the Melfort line. He might have run out of gas here. Mounier back at center. Played it back to Hunks. Hunks able to get away from his guy. He'll dump it back in. Unger there to pick it up for the Mustangs. Back of his own net. Took a good hit, but got it over to Patterson. Patterson had to be careful. Sitting on top of him. Around the boards to Cox. Flipped it back to blue line, grabbed here by Stitton. Can't hold the puck in. Now he gets it, sends it in. Turner waited for it. Got rid of it quickly to Saddlemeyer. Here's Saddlemeyer. Trying to play that one ahead to Binner. It'll roll down the ice on keeper. He'll get rid of it quickly to Mounier. Bombers work it back to Stitton. Knocks his guy Shepard away, then Binner comes over and hits Stitton. Boy, bodies flying all over the place, but a very physical hockey game. Here's Binner. He'll dump that one in for Mounier. Mounier back of his own net. He pays the price, gets hit hard as well. Mustangs hitting everything here in this third period. There's Shepard. Off the boards. In the corner for Patterson. Patterson gets away from Ringer. They try to come back out front. Shepard got crossed up. Hutchinson's back of the net. Shepard got it back to the blue line. Knocked down by Roberts. Spins, fires. That hit a stick and went over the top of the net. So some good pressure here by the Mustangs. Early in the third period, 15.5 to go. The shots are 2019 Melfort here on the front line shot clock.
You mentioned it's a physical game. I'm running out of paper for the crunch of the game, Rob. There's been some big hits. I look down, I see Alexander and Roberts a few times on my list, but big hits on Roberts and Alexander that last shift.
Right off the face-off, here comes Semp to center. He'll dump that in on target. Malacca had trouble with it. Piccinino back in the net. Throws it back to blue line to Luke Lepper. Lepper has it, looking for some real backhander. Locked down in front. Puck is loose. Flin Flon trying to get it. Piccinino can't dig it in. Malacca, stop that. Back to blue line. Yeah, come chuck a drive. He just missed it wide stick side. What a chance by Piccinino out front, but Malacca makes the big save as the puck is sent down the ice, icing against the Mustangs, and we got a penalty in behind the play here. Referee's got his hand up.
No, I think he's just holding it, making sure that the Mustangs stay on the ice.
15:03 to go. What a game here tonight. Living up to the billing. Bombers a 2-0 lead. Both goals again by Keith Gruner in the second period tonight. 24th and 25th of the year. 25th a shorthanded marker. His 5th shorthanded goal, and the Bombers 12th as a team. Off the face-off, Cormier looking to get free. That puck came back out front, flipped on net by Gruner, and kicked away that time by Malacca. It's a 2-on-1 for the Mustangs. Eisner down the right side. Eisner out front. And Belton, but he couldn't get to the net. Cormier, good job to come over and tie up with him. Here comes Keith Gruner back the other way. Back to Cormier. Cormier. Back to Gruner. Shoots it. Scores! There's the hat trick. Keith Gruner's got it. He's putting in the hat trick. 26 in the air. He put it to the head, and the hats are coming on the ice. Mike Schliff, not one of them.
No. If I could get a hold of yours, Rob, it'd be out there.
We're not touching that, too.
What a game by Keith Gruner.
There's all kinds of hats and toques coming out here tonight. The fans excited, but you're right. Keith Gruner, I mean, another hat laying over on the other side of the ice.
I've never seen this many hats come down on the ice after.
He gave the signal, the hat trick, and inspired the crowd to toss everything on the ice here tonight.
There's toques, there's hats, there's all sorts of things out there.
I noticed the one guy by Penny Beck grabbed his hat. They tried to grab his toque. He clamped on that with both hands, so there's no way you're throwing my brand new Bomber toque out. I think you get them back. Or do they keep them, Mike?
No, you can't keep them. You know, I saw an article in the NHL what happens to the hats, and most are signed and given to charities to auction off.
That's a good idea.
The Flames, my Flames, throw them out. They say it's unsanitary.
Anyway, Keith Gruner's got the hat trick here tonight. And the Bombers will take a 3-0 lead. Here's Joey Lees at center. Look out, Clark out foot. There's a chance for Seitz, and Malacca robbed him. Joey Lees back in the goal. He'll knock it down. Flin Flon continues with the pressure. Back to Hunks. Fired on target. Malacca the save that goes to the corner. Hunks will keep it in a second time. Cote looking for it back in the net. Knocked away by Clark. It looks like he's playing forward here in the third period. Clark's got it. Shoots that one. Over the glass and out of play. So 14:06 to go.
Just checking for that assist, Rob. I don't know if he got it.
I can't understand a word he says.
No, I can't either.
I think Lees might have gotten an assist. We'll have to go to the game sheet, but it's mission impossible up here.
Keith Gruner from Joey Lees and Cole Tanchuk.
At the 5:21 mark, as the Flin Flon Bombers will take a 3-0 lead. All 3 goals by Keith Gruner tonight. What a game. Marston's shot, that didn't miss by much as it got deflected and changed direction at the last second. Puck comes back to center ice. That's picked up by Patterson. He'll dump it in. Look out, Marston and Turner tie up. Big collision there inside the Bomber net. Meanwhile, Piccinino will dig the puck free. Brings the pass to Ringer. Ringer down the left side. Try to get in. Look out. Bitter took him down. He still got the pass through to Semp anyway, but he was covered. Puck is flipped out. Yakimchuk at center. Trying to stop Westerman. Westerman with the steal. And poked away by Lepper. Great defensive play. Luke Lepper. Great play to get that puck up the ice. Mustangs will throw it back in their own zone. Eister will have to chase this one. He'll pick it up back of the net. Eister off the glass. Back to the Bomber line where Mounier waited for it. Spread it back to Lepper. Nice pass to Ewan. He's across the line but knocked away from him. Picked up by Mounier at center. Cox took a run at him. Puck stepped in. Malacca doesn't have a stick all of a sudden. Flin Flon will try to capitalize, but the Mustangs have the puck. That's Cox to center, the former Kindersley Clipper. Can't pick it up. 2-on-1. Here's Alexander with stick. Alexander at chance, and Malacca still without a goalie stick. Stetton will hold it in. He knows it. Back to Mounier. Quick chance. Shot. Malacca's got a player stick now, and he stopped that. Puck picked up. Alexander walked out front, and there's Malacca. I don't even know how he lost his stick.
He lost it in the Bomber going around the net. He sort of got hung up in him. It was real fun to watch Malacca, though, trying to get out of the net to go get it. He'd start, and then the Bombers would turn it around, and he'd have to go back. He wanted that stick desperately, and then finally a defenseman handed him the player's stick.
12:40 to go, third period. Keith Gruner, the man of the hour, with the 3 goals, wins the faceoff, gets it back to Liam Hunks. His shot, Malacca kicks that one to the corner. Gruner there trying to make something happen as Summers takes a whack at him. But one holds it in. Here's Liam Hunks walking in, shoots it. That one got blocked by Muka out front. Cormier will get it back around the board, pitching in his chance. Boy, Flin Flon really looking confident now with that 3-0 lead, jumping up with the play, trying to make things happen. Summers gets a hold of it down the ice. Belton in behind the D. He is extremely dangerous as he'll go in there and get it. Belton back of the net. Belton walking right out front, shoots it. Save made by keeper. You can't give Belton that much room. Cormier back to Hunks, and he'll play it back over to Joey Lees. Lees will pick it up at center. Lees across the Melfort line, hangs on, shoots it. Malacca will reach out and grab that, and he's forced to hang on. But Clark making his way to the front of the net. So I think it's the second time this year they've used Clark as a forward.
Yeah, they must have put it earlier when they played here, Rob. I don't remember, but
no, he was on the road. I think he played as a forward.
Oh yeah, Luke Lepper playing, having a good game. He got a stick up high. I think he got in the face a couple of times, but as always, Luke Lepper.
Face off inside the Mustang zone. They win the draw. This is Unger. The center ice to Salomeyer. He'll dump it in. Lepper back to knock that one down. He'll get it out. Turner got a piece of it. Sykes took it from him. Flin Flon back on the attack across the Melfort line, but Unger gets it free. And he'll get it out. Puck picked up by Turner. Sykes collides with him. Lees picks it up, and he throws it back inside the Mustang zone. There's Clark after it. Somebody lost a stick there. Big body check there. Sykes going to get a penalty, but he's going to get some company because Turner takes a whack at him. So Sykes belt. Look out, Turner has come over. He's swinging away. I'm not sure what Bomber he's tied up with, but Turner getting out of here. Sykes will be taken to the penalty box. Turner, and I'm still not sure what Bomber it is as they're tangled up and they're laying on the ice here. And Turner's night will be over. That looks like it's, I think that's the young team. That's the young forward Clark. I don't know how Turner ever got his helmet off. So Clark and Turner are off. I'm sure Mike Reagan will take that trade off.
Yeah, the Bombers, I think, might get an extra one here for boarding.
11:16 to go here in the third period. A 3-0 Flin Flon lead. Shots are now 28-21 Bombers. Remember when they only had 3 in the first period?
Yeah, Bombers have turned this game around. Funny what a couple of goals would do, Rob.
11:16 to go. I think we're going to take a quick break here. It's not an immediate timeout, but they're discussing things below. We'll take a quick break. Bombers in front 3-0. All 3 goals again by Keith Gruner here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season.
2, got it.
We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
The last thing you want to do after a long day is making supper, and no one wants to go back into the cold, which is why Chicken Chef will deliver right to your door. Enjoy their signature chicken or tasty pizza Tuesday to Saturday from noon until 7:30. You can have all your favorites from Chicken Chef in the comfort of your own home. Order online at chickenchef.ca, a click away from it always feeling like home.
Well, after all that, it's a Melfort Mustang power play, their 4th of the game. And Ruziak will throw that in the corner. That's picked up here by Belton. Knocked away, but the Bombers can't clear. Thornton holds it in. Here's Andrusiak. Along the boards this time, picked up by Summers. He'll get it in deep for Belton. Belton back out front, rolls off Summers' stick, and comes back to Melfort blue line. Andrusiak back there to get it. Andrusiak swings the pass here to Thornton. Thornton to center. Thornton, he'll stick handle across the Bomber line. Drop that one back to Summers. Feathers it back over to Andrusiak. From the blue line, a shot on target, and keeper sees it all the way. He'll reach down and make the glove save. So 10:41 to go in the game. A minute 25 here in the Mustang power play. And Melfort will set up the second unit with Ashton Paul, who's had himself a pretty nice return here at the Whitney Farm. He's played really well tonight.
In front of his family, he's had a great game.
Cote to take the face-off here against Winger inside the Flin Flon zone, the left of the goaltender, Matthew Keeper. Paul gets that back to blue line. Puck knocked down by Unger. In the corner for Ashton Paul. Paul looking for a little bit of room here. Ashton Paul, good hands along the boards, back to Roberts. He'll swing that one in. Saddlemeyer couldn't knock it down. There's Cote. Band on it, but now he's got to hold it, trying to pin it up along the boards. Good work by Cote to get it back to Unger at the blue line. Unger to Roberts. He wanted to shoot that one, but it went through his legs. Leopard along the boards, trying to play that one ahead. Knocked down here by Saddlemeyer. I've been impressed with his play tonight, too.
Yes.
If Ashton Paul's been the best Mustang forward, Saddlemeyer's been their second best forward. He's worked hard. Puck back to the Bomber net. Cote in there, can't knock it down. Here comes Piccinino. Trying to carry it out. You can't do that. Unger took it away from him. Now it's grabbed by Lepper, and down the ice it goes. 35 seconds remaining in the Melfort power play. 9:48 in the third period. Flin Flon in front 3-0 again, courtesy of the Keith Gruner hat trick. 26 goals on the season. Mustangs get it in deep. Back to Unger at the blue line. Back out front, one-timer. Thornton, there's a good save by Keeper. Boy, Thornton really leaned into that one.
They got a penalty.
Yeah, Semp goes down, so that's going to draw a penalty.
Ashton Paul.
Ashton Paul will take the penalty like we mentioned. So with his 2 goals tonight, Keith Gruner amongst the league leaders now with Strizzy. Mind you, Humboldt scored 10 goals. I'm assuming Strizzy had a few.
Yeah.
We're heading into the game tonight, 26 goals for Strizzy. Ingram no longer in the league. One off to Langley in the BCHL. And Cote, who had 25, doesn't score tonight. So one thing's for sure, he's at least second in the league down at 26. We'll have to see how many Strizzy's got. But the Broncos putting up 10 against the Battleford Stars today. What a demolition that was. The Humboldt Broncos look like they're back to me, and they've underachieved all year. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'd want to play them in the playoffs.
There's a couple of teams you wouldn't want to
That's
play.
one team that scares me. We got to have Melfort players. Roberts leaving the game here. Roberts has left the game here. The Mustang bench wants an explanation for it. And we'll see if the referee comes over and provides one. Just looking to see if believe it or not, I don't think that Strezzy's got a goal in that game. Everybody else has scored.
That's crazy.
Strezzy didn't have a goal in that game.
That's
He scored 10,
unbelievable.
and he leads the league in goals. Well, now co-leader here with Keith Gruner. Anyway, off the face-off, the Mustangs will knock it down. So we're going to have a Bomber power play here in 5 seconds as Andrusiak will skate with it to center. He's across the Bomber line. He'll flip it back out front to Thornton. We got a Mustang in the net. That's Shepard. And Flin Flon now on the power play for the 6th time tonight. They're 0 for 5. Here's Luke Lepper. He'll take the pass at center. He's across the line. Drop that one back to Ringer. Back out front. Nice pass. Here's a chance for Hunks, and he fired that one wide. Ringer in the corner. Back of the goal it goes. Here's Keith Gruner. Out front it goes to Hunks. Back to Lepper. Lepper trying to get away from Shepard. Back to Hunks. Shoots it, deflected out front. Scores. Ryder Ringer. It's a power play goal. And the Bombers will take a 4-0 lead. Great goal. Not to be outdone, Ryder Ringer, who was 7th in overall scoring heading into the game tonight, will score his 21st of the year. And like you mentioned, Mike Slip, a nice goal on the redirection of the quick shot here by Liam Hunks. There it is.
Lepper Hunks to Ringer there. Beautiful play.
And the Bombers have taken a 4-0 lead here into the third period.
Ryder Ringer has sort of been quiet tonight, but came to life there.
So hard, but again, very good defensively.
Yeah, no, and power play penalty kill.
Mustangs try to answer the power play goal here by Ryder Ringer. His 21st of the year. This is Mounier back in his own zone. He'll get it ahead. That's knocked down by Summers as he throws it back in. Yakimchuk along the boards. Hutchinson took it from him. In the corner for Summers. Summers will try to work his way back up front. He gets it back to blue line here to Eisner. His shot through traffic, knocked down. Nice play by Marsden. Marsden will jump on it to Tanchuk. Tanchuk to center. He'll dump it in here for Alexander. Alexander looking for the look out! Ewan going to bowl over his guy. Eisner didn't like that. And we got a big melee. Mike Slip behind that Melfort net.
Yeah.
Ewan lines up his guy, and that was a charge for sure.
Yeah, Ewan left his feet. That's a good call.
Eisner coming over. I'm trying to figure out what Mustang player. That might be
55.
So he's Eisner, the guy that went in there. Unger's the guy that got hit.
Unger, is it?
Yeah, Ewan took the run at Unger, and then Eisner came in. Cross-checking penalty going to be called here. They're giving Eisner a cross-checking penalty.
There's a penalty. I don't know if I'd call it cross-checking. I'd sure call it a charge, though.
No, he's giving the cross-check to Eisner after the fact.
I'm sorry.
The charge to Ewan and then the cross-check to Eisner after the play.
Yeah. You're always going to get the retaliation for sure, but
you know what? I never got a problem with the guy sticking up for a teammate.
No, absolutely not. Ewan really took a run at...
he took a liberty on him, no doubt about it.
Left his feet.
Bombers do get a power play goal tonight, though. They're 1 for 6. Media timeout. We'll take a break. Flin Flon in front, 4-0. Boy, they turned this game around here tonight on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Hud Bay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hud Bay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hud Bay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
What's everyone doing here?
We need to talk.
What do you mean?
3, you have to go to KFC. We know you've been skipping lunch.
Your stomach is growling. We can't get any work done.
I can stop skipping lunch anytime I want.
It's tearing our office apart. Look what you've done.
I think it's best we take you to KFC for the famous chicken sandwich.
It's tearing our office apart.
I know. It's time for the famous chicken sandwich from KFC. So good.
The North of 53 Co-op strives to serve the entire community, so they invite you to enjoy the gluten-free items in the bakery freezer. See if you can even tell the difference with everyday items like bread, buns, and bagels, to any sweet treat you can imagine, and some you can't even. Muffins, cakes, donuts, even brownies, all gluten-free and all at the Co-op. No need to limit yourself. See what's in store at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
third period, a 4-0 Flin Flon lead. Bombers' top 2 scorers doing the damage tonight. 3 from Keith Gruner and Ryder Ringer here on the power play. Here's Cohen Seth. He made a nifty move there. Seth hangs on, ripped that one. Good save by Malacca. Got the stick out on that one. Here comes Cote back the other way. He's been kind of quiet tonight, but he could break out at any time. Back out front to Andrusiak. Can't shoot it. Here's Ringer. He'll chip it ahead. Try to get going, but Unger cut him off. Andrusiak will pick it up. Off the boards to Cote. They want to get off for a change here. They'll tap it ahead now. Piccinino will knock it down here for Flin Flon, and he'll hang on to it and make his way back to center. Here comes Piccinino zigzagging across the Melfort line. Piccinino falls down in the corner. Puck picked up by Andrusiak along the boards to Summers. Nice pass to Hutchinson, but Yakimchuk there to take it away from him. Feeds it back to Piccinino off the tip of his stick. Thornton's got it. Feeds it back to Unger. Unger. Good move there as he crosses the bomber line, and Yakimchuk will pick it up. Summers had him lined up, but Yakimchuk saw him and moved right at the right time. Hutchinson back to Summers. Back out front, intercepted. Piccinino wasn't fooled. Here comes Gruner racing up the ice. Gruner takes the pass. Gruner, off the mask that time. It comes off. And they'll blow it down. Keith Gruner looking for a 4-goal game here, Mike Slip, and was a mask away from getting it.
Right off the old lid. I think Malacca's all right. It gets loud in those masks when the puck hits it like that. He hit him right in the forehead.
What a great pass to send in Keith Gruner alone, but Malacca gets his mask on that one, makes the save with 6:14 to play. Shots are now 31-23 Flin Flon.
Boy, who would have ever thought that after the first period?
Yeah, no kidding. 31-23 Flin Flon on the front line shot clock so far in the third period. Bombers have 11 to the Mustangs 5. Here's Hunks. 14-5 Flin Flon here in the third period. Andrusiak. Force back in his own zone as he'll regroup back to the net. Cormier watching him out front. Boy, Cormier and Malacca really getting into it here. Malacca doesn't like him standing in front of that net. I guess what goalie does. Here's the pass to Cox at center. He'll dump it in. Westerland is in there. He's had a good game tonight as well for Melfort. Really good sandpaper guy. Hunks off the boards. Cormier can't pick it up. Unger knocked it down. He left it in the corner. That's picked up here by Hutchinson on the blue line. Nobody there. Andrusiak will race and pick it up on his side of center. Feeds the pass back to Monroe. Monroe had to fight to get away from Muka. Monroe's got it. Another former MJHLer. Stripped away by Stinton, but Andrusiak there. Puck rolled back to Bomber blue line. They try to come back over to Muka. Muka tied up with Unger. Puck will roll inside the Mustang zone where it's picked up here by Andrusiak. Puck lifted ahead to Monroe. He'll redirect it inside the Flin Flon zone. Hunks loses it along the boards to Shepard. Shepard with the steal. But Stinton comes over and makes a good defensive play on him. Lifts it ahead to Muka. The two 17-year-olds to center. Muka, long shot. And Malacca will reach out and grab that one and hang on with 4:49 to play in the third period. Again, the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Impressive win for the Humboldt Broncos as they take it to the Battleford Stars 10-3. Melville's hung on for a 3-2 victory against the Nipwood Hawks. Estevan leading Weyburn 4-2 with about 3 minutes left in the third period. And of course, the other game here tonight, LaRange Kindersley 3-3 in the third. Dawson Carroll's got his 20th of the season there tonight.
Great year for Dawson Carroll.
Forgot about that other game. LaRange Kindersley 3-3. That's a big one there. A lot of points on the board with 6 minutes remaining in the game. Cohen Sepp will try to chase that one down, ran into Cox. Ringer has it at the blue line, spins, fires, Malacca there, and he'll reach down and grab that and hang on. 4:18 to go, 33-23 the shots. Flin Flon trying to keep the streak going here, Mike Slip, against the team that it began against.
It's boy, they turned the season around quickly after the October. 50-50 tonight, Rob, I think was well over $10,000.
I take it you didn't win. You didn't run out of the booth this time. So.
No, I didn't win. I'm waiting for the call from Bort.
Oh, yeah. Mustang Saddlemeyer will pick it up. He'll get it back to center ice. Here's Ashton Paul. Just a back up. a chance for Cote. Got in alone, and keeper made the save on him. Puck pushed back to that. Cote is after it, trying to get away from Mounier. He's got a hold of him. Cote held up. Penalty going to come here against the Bombers. Mounier loses his stick here. Cote will get a hold of it. The blue line. Knocked down by Cox. Long shot blocked here by Muka. And the Mustangs will get another power play here. Mike Slip with 3:43 to go in the game. It'll be their 5th of the game.
Mounier just hung on a little too long
He
there.
definitely grabbed a hold of him.
Yeah, just hung on a little too long.
So we'll see what the Mustangs can do in their 5th power play of the game. 3:43 remaining in the 3rd period. Flin Flon out shooting the Mustangs, like we mentioned, 33-23 here on our frontline shot clock. Good crowd here tonight. Of course, they got the Tegan Quinn Memorial Hockey Tournament. That's going on. So, a lot of players in attendance for that.
You going to the games tomorrow, Rob?
You better believe that I am.
I think we probably will, too. Fun to watch those young fellows.
Actually,
or not young people. It's
all the Flin Flon teams are doing well. We'll kind of have a recap here at the conclusion of the game with our final McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard, kind of let people know what's happening with the Flin Flon teams at the Tegan Quinn tournament. And, of course, that Grub Box tournament, which is happening down in the Paw as well. And I just want to tip my hat to all the people that volunteer and organize these tournaments, because I'll tell you what, your kids are playing in them. You want to watch, but you also need to have people organizing it and put in a lot of time, and these people do that just to keep these modern hockey tournaments going here in Flin Flon. One of my favorite parts about growing up in Flin Flon was playing hockey in this great community, playing in these great tournaments, and I'm glad to see that the kids have a chance to play, as I once did here, with the great support here of all the fans in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Tanchuk can't knock it down. Summers feeds it back to Andrusiak. Mustangs in the power play, like I mentioned. Here's Thornton. Back to Andrusiak. Quickly to Summers. Got to get it out front, but whacked away. Good play by Keith Gruner. Andrusiak had to be careful. Piccinino on top of him. Andrusiak goes back to center. He'll carry the puck across the line. Here's Andrusiak. Flipped to the right side, picked up by Summers along the boards here for Eisner, trying to come out front. Piccinino there. He'll knock it down. Back down the ice it goes. Somebody's stick is laying way down at the Melfort zone. Not sure if it's a Bomber stick or a Mustang stick, but there's one laying there in the corner. There comes Ashton Paul. He'll take the pass to center. Made a good move, but they're offside. Saddlemeyer over on the right side. And they'll blow that down with 2:36 remaining here in this 3rd period tonight. But boy, what a game here for the Bombers. Tough opening period, Mike Slip, but they've really got better as the night's gone on.
Oh, yeah, very good. In this 3rd period, well, the 2nd period and the 3rd, like 16-6 shots. They've just turned this right around.
Face off outside the Bomber blue line. Chris Ford is confirming he did not win the 50-50.
Well, there goes that trip.
Patterson back to... I can tell you right now, Mike, he wasn't taking you anywhere. There's Ashton Paul. Be very particular who he travels with. Tried to get in the golf trip, told me not good enough, couldn't go. Well, I don't have any money to go anyway.
Well, he's paying, but he has he has a point. Not good enough, either of us.
I'm certainly not. You give yourself some credit, Mike. You can play once in a while.
Yeah, not Bort as good as Bort.
No. Ashton Paul off the face-off here. Along the boards to Unger. Saddlemeyer back to that. 33 seconds remaining in the Mustang power play. Bounce pass to Eisner. He knocked it down, but gave it right away to Luke Lepper, and he'll flip the puck back down inside the Melfort zone. Milwaukee's going to come out. Look out! Got caught back to the net! Gruner in there cruising again, looking for another goal. That was close. Here's Ashton Paul quickly to center ice. Ashton Paul across the Bomber line, brings it in deep. Looking for some room. It hit the side of the net. Puck bouncing there, and the referee will blow it down. He must have lost sight. 1:47 to go. And boy, the Flin Flon Bombers impressive here tonight after a week. Well, both teams have had a week off. Mustangs, of course, got upset by Nipawin a week ago tonight, and the Bombers finished up that road trip against Notre Dame on Saturday. Yeah. But a lot of the players were at the showcase in Winnipeg.
That's right. Boy, Ashton Paul is skating very well. He's just flying out there, and as we said, he's going to be disappointed with this game, but coming in here, you know he wanted to beat his old team.
Off the face-off, here comes Wyatt Stitten quickly to center. He'll pick it up, he'll dump it in. Before Andrusiak took him down, Thornton's got it. Power play over. Melfort 0 for 5 tonight. Stitten with the steal, he'll hold it in. Ewan's chance, that got blocked, bouncing puck out front. Andrusiak, not sure what happened to him, but he's down. He's favoring his ankle. Did he block a shot? What happened?
He's not. Yeah, he's hurt. Geez, a number of Mustangs have gone down and struggled. It looks to me like it's
it must have been a shot.
It looks like it, doesn't it, Rob?
Well, I think he took one off the ankle. I didn't see anybody hit him. Well, you're right. They've had a number of guys go down tonight. He'll make his way back to the bench here.
But they've all come back.
Oh, they're pretty tough guys.
They sure are, yeah.
Off the face-off. And Glenn will try to jump on it here with 1:17 remaining in the third period. White sticking tonight, gets that one over to Alexander. He collides with Cox. Alexander looking for a little bit of room here. Shepard takes a high stick here. Referee missed that. Shepard not happy about it. He'll go back in there and try to dig the puck free. Now we got a penalty coming up here. The Bomber takes a high stick. It's Cohen Sam. Referee didn't miss that one.
No.
And now we got Westerland mixing it up here with Ewan. So a late Flin Flon Bomber power play with 57 seconds to go. Going to be their 7th of the night. Flin Flon 1 for 6. But the streak is going to reach 26 games, which is now 4 away from the Prince Albert Raiders mark of 1981-82.
Wow, that's something.
Unless Melfort can score 4 goals, and they're a pretty good team, but 4 goals in 57 seconds, a tall order for anybody. Off the faceoff. Bombers knock it down. This is Lees. He'll shovel it back in. Seitz will race after it. He had a couple good chances earlier tonight. Seitz in the corner. Look out. Puck flipped. I wasn't sure where the heck that was going, but
you're gun shy.
You got to be moving ahead of time where it's too late. The puck will go back in the Flin Flon zone. There's Keeper with the stop. Danchik will pick it up. 33 seconds to go. Joey Lees can't pick up the pass. Eisner back inside the Mustang zone. Lees on top of him. Eisner will rip it off the boards. Back down to the Flin Flon zone. Keeper out to play it. Danchik will touch up with 19 seconds remaining in the third period. Binner watching him out front. Danchik really doesn't have to hurry. He's just going to hang on to the puck here back in his own net. Binner will chase him, and now he'll move it. Played it ahead. And the Bombers will flip it back to center ice, and they're going to shut out the Melfort Mustangs here 4-0. And the streak continues for 26 games. Another shutout here for Matthew Keeper, who's got his 3rd of the season. And like we said, with the way that the game started tonight, Mike Slip, you got to be pretty impressed with the way.
Yeah, it's incredible. Who would ever thought after that start, Rob? But the Bombers just stormed back big time. I mean, they took it to the Melfort Mustangs, 34-24 shots overall. And boy, at the beginning, who would ever thought?
Well, that's why hockey is 3 periods.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to give these guys credit. They didn't. That first period. First period, that's easily frustrated. You could get easily frustrated and sort of lose focus, but the Bombers gained focus and just stormed back. And a great game. And what can we say about Keith Gruner with the hat trick?
And he had a couple chances to get the 4 goals here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was close. So just a great game by Keith Gruner, and this second loss for Melfort in a row, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Back-to-back losses.
Yeah, and one was to Nipawin, who has struggled this year, and so just a great game. And the first period was good, as I say, but it was so tight checking, very fast though. And then second and third opened up for the Bombers, and they were able to put it away.
Full marks for a 4-0 victory against the defending league champions. We'll take a break. We've got a lot to get to here tonight. tonight. We, of course, got the final scoring summary, all our post-game show awards, the Great North post-game report, McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard, lots of fun stuff for the Whitney Forum. But a big win for the Flin Flon Bombers, who have now taken it to 26 games without a regulation loss. Matthew Keefer's third shutout of the year, 24 saves among the highlights tonight. Lots to get to, and it's all coming up once again right here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Discover the sweetest deals on Honda ATVs
After this
year
we
at
got
RAG
13.
1987 in the PAW. You can save $750
Four
on select
total.
2024 ATV models, with financing starting from 2.99% for up to 60 months on all 2025 ATV models. You don't even have to make any payments for up to 90 days. Located on 105 2nd Street West in the PAW, RAG 1987 is your exclusive dealer for certified Honda parts in the PAW.
The last thing you want to do after a long day is making supper, and no one wants to go back into the cold, which is why Chicken Chef will deliver right to your door. Enjoy their signature chicken or tasty pizza Tuesday to Saturday from noon until 7:30. You can have all your favorites from Chicken Chef in the comfort of your own home. Order online at chickenchef.ca, a click away from it always feeling like home. There are many reasons to get new furniture, but if you need some help convincing yourself, Creighton Furniture is there to show you some new and interesting items that may just scream you. Furniture is the backdrop to our lives, for sitting and sleeping, but also to express our sense of style. And as our needs change, so should our furniture. You can stop teasing yourself with pictures of someone else's stuff. Drop into Creighton Furniture today and get some drool-worthy pieces of your own. They're here, they're local, and they have it all. Creighton Furniture, make it your first stop. Bailey Homes provides ready-to-move homes as unique as you and your family. They'll be at the 102.9 CFAR Trade and Leisure Show this spring to answer any questions you may have, whether it be from the quality of the build to the care of the move. Let Bailey Homes make your dream home a reality. They have the experience delivering custom-made homes to the north. Find out more by calling 1-855-773-0217 or visit bailey-homes.ca.
Rob Hart, not sure with Mike Slip or Harry Carey waving at all the fans as they leave the building here tonight.
Super fan Bernadette Benson was waving at me.
I saw you waving at a few other people too, but you're pretty happy with the victory tonight, I guess, eh?
You know, the gals, they're only human. They want to wave.
I suppose.
Bernadette super happy tonight on the win. She had thumbs up and was applauding. So happy for Bernadette. Happy for all of Bomber Nation. Just a great win.
4-0 the final. Let's recap the final scoring summary. I guess the Bombers only needed the one goal tonight. Keith Gruner supplying plenty of offense. His 24th of the year. That would open things up in the set. So scoreless opening period tonight. He gets set up on a terrific pass from Jakubchuk back to the net. Gruner burying it. His 24th of the year. As we know, he had plenty left in the tank. Look out. Larry Feston's pretty pumped up and excited as well. Gruner the shorthanded goal. That's the goal tonight for me. I got the turnover in the neutral zone. Picked it up. Went in alone. Unassisted. Second of the night, 25th of the year at 15-10. Made the score 2-0 Flin Flon after 2. Then Gruner would get the hat-trick goal. Lee's feeds it over to Township, and he comes right back out front to Gruner, left alone, and he goes low blocker side on Malacca for that one to complete the hat-trick. His 26th at the 5:21 mark. Then Ryder Ringer would get the only power play goal in this game for either team. He redirects the shot in. Hunk's a nice shot from the blue line. He gets his stick out to redirect it in, and that is just a little bit more extra insurance as Flin Flon would pick up the 4-0 victory. That was Ringer's 21st of the year, by the way, at the 12:17 mark. Shots in the third period. 18-6 for the Bombers.
Wow.
16-6 for the Bombers. So Flin Flon winds up with 34. The Mustangs wind up with 24. And again, Flin Flon 1 for 6 in the power play. Melfort 0 for 5. But again, if you want a turning point for me, Mike Slip, that shorthanded goal by Keith Gruner to make it 2-0. Flin Flon really took control after that goal.
Yeah, and they sure did. And boy, the team was excited when Keith got the third goal too. They were all hugging and congratulating him. But that second goal was a thing of beauty.
It certainly was. So that's the tale of the tape, so to speak. We'll take another break, come back with all the post-game show awards, and, of course, the Great North post-game report. Still to come from the Whitney Forum tonight, but the Bombers impressive as they pick up the 4-0 victory. Beat the Mustangs now 3 straight times here at the Whitney Forum. The season series, all even at 3. The Melfort Mustangs have won all 3 games in Flin Flon, or all 3 games in Melfort by a score of 6-2. They also beat the Bombers 4-1 and 3-2, that tight game on October the 30th. The last game the Bombers lost in regulation. Flin Flon, on the other hand, a 6-2 victory to start the winning streak on November the 8th. They also beat them 6-3 on October the 11th, and a 4-0 victory here tonight. So, boy, home ice has been a big, big story so far in these head-to-head matchups. They'll meet 2 more times, February the 28th and March the 1st. February the 28th in Melfort, back here March the 1st for the 8th and final meeting this year. So
exciting.
Those points could really go a long way in maybe determining who finishes first overall. But full marks, great victory against a very good club here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Mike Reagan's on his way up here. We'll get to him, post-game show awards, and a whole bunch more. All for the Whitney Forum on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Time out. All right, guys, look at the whiteboard. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. Jones, what are you eating? There's 5 seconds left in the game.
5 seconds left. All tied up here, folks. Both teams getting ready for the face-off, and Jones has a piece of Jack Links in his mouth. What is he doing? The puck drops. Jones grabs it. He has some room. He shoots. He scores! The Bombers win, and now fans are throwing Jack Links onto the ice. This is madness.
Arctic Beverages and Jack Links Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the SJHL season. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring a championship to the best fans in the league, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
The North of 53 Co-op strives to serve the entire community, so they invite you to enjoy the gluten-free items in the bakery freezer. See if you can even tell the difference with everyday items like bread, buns, and bagels to any sweet treat you can imagine. And some you can't even. Muffins, cakes, donuts, even brownies. All gluten-free and all at the Co-op. No need to limit yourself. See what's in store at the North of 53 Co-op. You're at home there.
Hudbay is proud to be a sponsor of this Bomber broadcast. From donations for bursaries, hockey schools, clubs, community events, charities, and so much more, Hudbay has supported our community with dedication and generosity, contributing to events and organizations. Hudbay thanks the people of Flin Flon for their continued support.
Still overflowing with stock from the Christmas season, Shane's is having a store-wide clearance sale where tons of merchandise will be available at discount prices. For great deals on quality products, kick off the new year right at Shane's store-wide sale. It's happening now at Shane's in the Otinica Mall.
Alrighty, we are back, and without any more further review, Mike Slip, what do you got for the KFC 3-star selection tonight?
Well, I'm going to go with a Melfort Mustang, ex-Flin Flon Bomber, Ashton Paul. I thought he played a really solid game. He was flying out there. He wanted this win. He didn't get it, but I thought he played tough, and I thought he was skating very well. So I'm going to give Ashton Paul that.
He competed well tonight.
He did. I thought so. Second star, Matthew Keeper with the shutout, 24 shots. He made some great saves. He wasn't tested that much in the second and third, but still had to come up with some good saves. So Matthew Keeper, surprisingly enough, Keith Gruner with the hat trick, just unbelievable effort. And we talked about that second goal, and that was really the what turned this game on its head. And so Keith Gruner, yet again, with the first star, just having a great season. Warrior of the game, I'm going to go with Landon Alexander. I thought he played tough. He came out flying and hitting. He is a tough young guy, and I think he has a great career here in Flin Flon. You want the, what are we calling this?
Chiropractic got main crunch. They gave you lots of choices.
I had tons of choices. I had, first off, I'm going to give it Ewan on Unger. It was a penalty, so I don't like to give that. Ewan left his feet, but it was a hard hit. But I hate to say this too, but I'm going to go Roberts on Alexander in the third. I thought that was a big hit. Roberts got hurt early, came back. But Alexander and Roberts, there was a number of times that I wrote down either one of them for the crunch of the game. So the crunch of the game is Roberts on Alexander.
There you go. Mike Reagan's with us. We'll toss the headset over to him. Good job there, Mike, with the post-game show selections here tonight as the Bomber head coach Mike Reagan will make his way in here after his team picks up the 4-0 victory, Mike. And we had a chance to, I guess, talk a little bit as we were waiting to get back on the air. Tough opening period, but boy, well, for me, I thought the turning point was a shorthanded goal by Keith Gruner. I thought your team really took control after that point.
Yeah, I didn't like our first period. Sorry, I loved our third. First period, we looked hesitant and, had to kill a penalty early on. Like, we had a great first shift by Stinton's line.
The penalty kind of took away the momentum.
Yes, yeah, and I thought it was a pretty soft call for a game between the two top teams in the league that are, played in the finals last year. Like, you hate to see the game being called, like that early on. Sets a precedent. But our penalty kill was fantastic tonight. Their penalty kill is great as well, and our power play couldn't generate much on our three chances in the first period, and we were just hesitant, and I think that it was a little bit of a wake-up call for us, in between the first and second, kind of kicked them in the butt, a little bit, like let's go, and they responded, and one of those players that I didn't think had a good first period was Mooks, and then we had a talk with him. Second and third, he was awesome, and then I talked to him after the second, and I said, see, that's what you're capable of doing, and he had a big smile on his face, and, it's nice to see when those guys respond, and you tell them to do something, and they respond, and that's what those young guys have been doing all year.
Well, Keith Gruner, what can you say, Mike? A hat-trick here tonight, the shorthanded goal. I mean, 12 shorthanded goals as a team. Would that be kind of a record for you guys? I mean, that's a lot of shorthanded goals.
That is. Well, as a team?
Yeah.
We had 16 last year.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
You got 12 now.
Yeah. But what can you say about Gru? And I know I've heard chatter and stuff like that for everybody that, like last year we made 5 trades at the deadline and people were critical of that. And guess who the 5th trade was Gru. So it's paying off now. Like he was the last trade that came available to us. So, we're glad we pulled the trigger on that one, obviously. He's been sensational. He plays, exactly how we want a Bomber to play, and he leads by example, and, he does so many different things. He's a Swiss Army knife, and, guys follow his lead. He's a prime example of what we want to do as individuals, and the way he conducts himself, and he's got just that fire in him, so really proud of the guys, and obviously Gru comes up with another huge night for us.
And you know what? Made some good plays in the back end, too. I mean, Luke Melfort tonight, no points, but played well. Came back, made a couple good defensive plays. And, it's funny, Mike Slep's mentioning, Ringer gets the goal. He's saying really noticed him offensively, but you certainly notice everything else he does.
Yeah.
This guy might be, like I told you before, he reminds me of a Guy Carbonneau type guy, Kirk Muller, guys that can score, but are also, you don't see him lose a lot of puck battles. And again, all night long, Mike, this guy's battling along the wall. I've never seen him have a game where I thought that was subpar.
No. I mean, Ring contributes just like Gru every night, and something about those Winnipeg boys. They're good connection for us this year, and love the way they play. And back to our D. I mean, look at how good we defended. In the first period we gave up 10 shots, but I don't think there was any grade A scoring opportunities.
No, a lot of them came from around center ice or well out.
Second and third period we give up 14 shots in 2 periods. And didn't give them a lot. And it's the subtle things that, like you said, Leps doesn't show up on the score sheet, but man, this guy doesn't get beat ever.
No.
And if he does get beat, it isn't for very long because he hunts you down and catches you. And then take a look at a guy like Hunks, like the smart plays that he makes and just poised with the puck. He doesn't throw it away. And then you got the 2 big boys in Yak and Marsden. Their wingspan is incredible, and Robo and I mean Tanny. we all know what Tanny is for us, and he's been a huge part of this team for years now. And again, there's a guy that plays the right way, and just he plays the Bomber way.
Intensity, Mike, was it what you expected tonight?
Yeah, what a great crowd. Awesome. You could feel it. In warm-ups, you can feel that there was a playoff atmosphere. And when Gruner scored that first goal, it sounded like the playoffs. And, that was probably the most physical game in the Whitney, and I thought that we were the more physical team. I loved the way we were physical, and, there's other aspects between that contribute to the game besides scoring goals and that sort of thing. That physical presence, it slows down a team, and Melfort's got a lot of talent, and we were able to do a good job through the neutral zone and just not give them time and space. So, the effort by our boys tonight was fantastic.
Great hockey game now, Mike. You get a few days between games. The Estevan Bruins will be here now for a pair of games coming up. Oversort, the trip to Nipwood Tuesday, and then I forgot about that one, and Estevan Friday, Saturday. So let's get to that Nipwood game. But this is a team that you've dominated. They've got some confidence. They beat the Mustangs here last weekend. They're battling pretty good here tonight. I'm not sure what the final in that game wound up. I'll take a look, but nonetheless, you're going to have to be ready to go. I mean, they got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing hard, and I think, they've gone through some stretches where they're not playing hard in that, and then, a win like that against Melfort can give them some confidence where now that it rejuvenates them, and, they're going to be, ready to go on Tuesday night, and we can't take them lightly. We've played so well during this stretch, and, it started by beating Melfort, and now we just beat them again for the second time in this run that we're on, and we can't overlook our opponents, and you got to respect them and that sort of thing. So it's going to be a challenge. The cage is a tough place to play.
It certainly can be. So I forgot about that. 7 o'clock Tuesday, and of course the two games against Estevan here Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, and Drew's got them playing very competitive right now, and I mean they're desperate right now. They got to put up points, right? So we've got to we're excited about the way we're playing right now, but we just got to continue doing this.
Well, big win tonight, Mike. Celebrate, well-deserved, and we'll see you on the bus on Tuesday.
Yep, thanks, Hardy.
All right, Mike Reagan, the head coach giving the Bombers, will take one last break, come back with a wrap-up here with some scores, and set things up for, of course, the Cage and Nipwood on Tuesday night. Bombers win 4-0 once again here on 102.9 CFER and FlinFlonOnline.com.
McDonald's at your Walmart location is proud to present the Showdown menu in honor of two of the big elite players in the NHL, Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. The Showdown menu puts the new barbecue quarter pounder in honor of Austin Matthews up against the McDavid burger, the popular Big Mac. McDonald's also presenting their all-new triple cheeseburger known as the Hat Trick. The new sandwiches and all your McDonald's favorites available at your Flin Flon drive-thru location all week from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. McDonald's and Flin Flon, proud to support hockey and proud to support your Flin Flon Bombers.
Great North GM in DePaul is one of the leading new and used vehicle dealers in northern Manitoba.
Robert, you coming back, or am I just playing
and
extra?
Professional sales department. They also have multiple certified trained technicians on site to make sure you get the best service for your car, truck, or SUV at an amazing price. Great North GM. It's always a great day at Great North GM.
The last thing you want to do after a long day is making supper, and no one wants to go back into the cold, which is why Chicken Chef will deliver right to your door. Enjoy their signature chicken or tasty pizza Tuesday to Saturday from noon until 7:30. You can have all your favorites from Chicken Chef in the comfort of your own home. Order online at chickenchef.ca, a click away from it always feeling like home.
Life is a contact sport. Sometimes it hurts, but thanks to Chiropractic on Main, it doesn't have to. Everything about your ankles depends on a good foundation from below. Have your feet work for you, not against you. Get into Chiropractic on Main across the post office today. Don't suffer from agony or defeat any longer. Chiropractic on Main, feel the difference in every step.
What's everyone doing here?
We need to talk.
Yep.
What do you mean?
You have to go to KFC. We know you've been skipping lunch.
Your stomach is growling. We can't get any work done.
I can stop skipping lunch anytime I want.
It's tearing our office apart.
Look what you've done.
I think it's best we take you to KFC for the famous chicken sandwich.
10 seconds.
Tearing our office apart.
I know. It's time for the famous chicken sandwich from KFC. So good.
And welcome back to the Whitney Forum. Quickly, before we wrap it up, the McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Look out for the Humboldt Broncos.
Yeah.
6 straight wins. They hammer the Battleford Stars 10-3. Now, Jacob Strizzy did not get a goal, but he had 4 assists in that game.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be held off the score sheet, I don't think.
Melville hangs on for the 3-2 win against Nipawin tonight. The Estevan Bruins do the Bombers a favor. They beat Weyburn by a score of 5-2. So Flin Flon now leads the Wings by 6 points for second overall. And the other game tonight, the Laurent Ice Wolves. An overtime win against Kindersley. Dawson Carroll gets his 20th of the year. But the Wolves pick up the win in overtime. Hudson Cameron, the overtime winner tonight. So that's what's happening with your McDonald's out-of-town scoreboard. Once again, the big game here tonight. The Flin Flon Bombers picking up the 4-0 victory. Oh, I should mention what's happening with some of these hockey tournaments. We, of course, mentioned that we got the Grub Box tournament happening in the fall. We've got, of course, the Tegan Quinn Memorial Tournament happening here. The Northland Ford Bombers are 3-0. They're going to be in the finals against Hudson Bay in A1 competition. So that's going to be happening tomorrow in the Paw. Now, the Betts Reds Bombers are also 3-0. They're in the finals at 4 tomorrow against the Thompson King Miners, so good luck to them. And the Kinsman Bombers, the tournament here in town, 3-1. They'll play for gold tomorrow as well at 2 o'clock. So hoping for a big crowd here. Gold medal game tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Mike. The Whitney Forum, not the Sportex. Don't drive the Sportex. I'm telling you right now, the game is here at the Whitney Forum.
Okay, we'll be here.
So that should be an exciting game here to wrap things up.
It sounds like the middle of July on Parkway Boulevard. The crack team is shaving the ice out here. That's the sound you hear in the background. Sounds like a lawnmower. I did want to mention quickly, Rob, honorable mention for Warrior game, Rob Hart, who just missed making his first save in many, many years as the puck flew up into the box. And
I couldn't even find the puck in the booth. I had to hunt around for it.
But it was great. But great game.
It certainly was. And before we close things out, of course, tomorrow's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
And we got groundhogs all over. You got Wyerton Willie, of course. You got Punxsutawney Phil. We've come up with our own groundhog at CFAR, the Mike Slip groundhog. Now, Mike, if you see your shadow tomorrow, does that mean 3 more months of ums and ahs?
Yes.
So we'll see when you come up. We'll get that labeled and dialed in tomorrow. The Mike Slip groundhog, looking to see if he sees his own shadow tomorrow or not.
It's getting better. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to see my shadow.
But that's a good thing, Mike. 3 months, that means a lot of hockey. Read between the lines here.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. I think we got some weather. Boy, it was quite a day here in Flin Flon, and I think it's going to continue on tomorrow. Let's wish the Melfort Mustangs a safe trip home, because there's a lot of snow out there.
I certainly hear you, Mike. Thanks for helping out again here tonight. You'll be back with us, of course, a week from tonight with the Estevan Bruins. Our next broadcast will be in Nipawin at the Cage on Tuesday. Remember, that's a 7 o'clock start time, so we'll be on the air with the Great North pregame at around 6:40. So that's going to do it for the broadcast tonight. Our thanks to Mike Slip, color commentator, Mike Reagan, and Trevor Blevins for their comments before and after the game here tonight. Great to catch up with Carter Cormier, our Creighton Pizza player profile, and of course Tyson Empy, great bomber from the past, former Bomber captain for the past in our Bomber Legend Series in the second intermission. Ray, our operator-in-chief, back at CFER Control, as the Bombers win this one 4-0 and improve to 29-9-3-1 with the victory and move to within 2 points of Melfort for tops overall, but the Mustangs do have 3 games in hand. Like we mentioned, they'll play 2 more times. No home and home. February the 28th, the Palace, and back here at the Whitney Forum the following night, March the 1st. Get a 6-point lead on the Weyburn because Estevan did the Bombers a favor tonight. But most importantly, 26 games now without a regulation loss. Going to be fun as we take the parade to Nipawin on Tuesday. But again, you can't overlook the Hawks. They just beat the Mustangs, and I'll tell you what, you got to think that they're due to beat Flin Flon sooner or later. The Bombers are hoping it's not Tuesday night.
Well, if they can beat Melfort, they can beat the Bombers. So let's hope it isn't Tuesday. Tuesday night. You're right.
Try and keep things going, but all in all, a great game. Bombers win 4-0. Good night for the Whitney Forum. Hope to see you back here tomorrow for some great kids hockey.